linking it to denying the faith. Do you hear men talk about this?
Yes, I hear men say a man that doesn't work doesn't eat. I hear men saying that, especially the men that you diss, say, yo, a man should provide and pay 100% of the bills.
Okay,
Yes, absolutely.
so now this is where we have an issue. In this video, that man says the man goes out to work, the woman wakes up first, go to sleep last, he goes to work, and she, the wife, goes to work as well. So when I'm trying to get you to understand that this is not true, that these men say these things.
Okay, so what you're being disingenuous. Part of what BMU said that he was the standard was that he said that he earns the money and brings the money into the house. He said that his beautiful wife could work if she wants to. She don't have to work. She could just stay home and take care of the family. So at the end of the day,
before you go to the end of the day,
man, can I land my plane?
Because this part got to be broken down, right? Is that
you lied just now?
Hold on, I did not just. So the problem is that we were not talking about him specifically. We talking about the majority of men. And so when the men start bringing themselves into the conversation of the good thing that they do, we know that's not a genuine conversation. I'm talking about in general, and he started talking about himself.
Yo, but the problem is, no, you're not. Come on, you're not going to do that to me. Because again, you was talking about BMU and the things that BMU said, number one. But then secondly, overall, you attacked the manosphere. And a manosphere talking point, at least the ones that I've heard, is the man is supposed to pay 100% of the bills. Especially when you get to talking about Angry Man or Anton or those guys. It's the man pays 100% of the bills. A man takes care of his woman. So and BMU. So again,
so
you're trying. Hold on, real quick.
That point. I want to address the point.
Yo, can I just land the plane first so you can know what you're addressing? Just let me land the plane if you don't mind. Let me just complete a thought. So the problem is this: you're confusing what they're saying is a Proverbs 31 woman, which is a virtuous woman, which is what the Bible says. That's what he was quoting, and what they believe and what they're promoting. You're confusing it. I'm done with that.
Okay. And so the issue is that while we could point out people that say these things, majority of men are not living out those words. Majority of men they need a woman, like how BMU is saying, they need a woman to work. Not only need them to work, they also need a woman to wake up before them and go to sleep after them, take care of the kids, cook, clean, and do the majority of the work in the relationship, and still do that part as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to have the conversation about what is majority happen and not what the few of the men are doing or saying.
So again, you just brought up BMU. BMU was not saying that that's how he lived. BMU was saying that his wife doesn't have to work. She works if she wants to work. It's up to her. That's what BMU was saying. But BMU was quoting from Proverbs. And when he was quoting from Proverbs about a virtuous woman, he was reading what Proverbs said. So there is a difference. There's a difference. So again, he lives what he's saying, and he tried to tell you that's what the whole standard conversation was. And the fact was that he got frustrated with you is the fact that you make these hyperbolic statements, try to make it seem like these men are not doing this and these men are not doing that when they actually are. And then you excuse the bad behavior and the debaucherous behavior of women by putting it all on the feet of men.
Okay, so the problem is when I'm having a conversation, are we saying majority of men do what BMU doing?
Yo, I'm saying that's not even our focus. No, that's not even our focus.
Okay, so that's the problem. So
I don't know. That's not even our focus. I don't know what you're talking about.
But that is the focus because I'm talking about in general what is happening, and BMU went from the general to himself, and we know majority of men cannot do what BMU is doing.
You started out on BMU, so this is what you do, and this is what I'm saying. No.
Hold on. Before you accuse me of something that I did not do.
You did. You literally started out. Did you walk your 15 minutes this way? Did you walk your 15 minutes that way? You literally started out on BMU, and then
hold on. But what I'm trying to say is about the talking point. Like I understand the joke part, right? The joke part, I attacked him on the joke, but when we started having a conversation and we having a discussion, I did not put it on BMU.
But
I
see, you
put it
don't.
in the general. So I want to make sure we separate those two things.
Nah, but you don't
Okay.
understand. You don't
Yeah.
understand. Just because you meant it separate, that doesn't mean that's the way he took it. And what I'm trying to tell you is obviously he didn't, because when you started saying, oh, well, these men are just using the Bible to hold women down and put women down and keep women down and this and put women under them and all this other stuff, he took that personally. And that's why you got the response that you got. So just because that's what you meant, that's not how he took it. And that's why you got the response that you
Okay,
got.
perfect. So now is important.
Hold
Now
on,
this
let me
one is
bring it.
important.
Hold
So now
on,
I want to
bro.
acknowledge what you
Because
said.
he was,
I'm trying to slow the
oh my
conversation
God.
down. I understand you
Why? I don't have a lot
because
of time.
so now with that being said, would you agree that when I was having a general conversation, I was not talking about him?
That's what you said. I can't agree or disagree. I don't know what
By the
you said.
words
I
I
only
was
could
using.
go by what you said that you said. And I can
Okay,
acknowledge what you
so
said.
let's go with the words that he said. Can we agree that he turned it into a personal thing about him being a standard when we was talking about in general?
Yes, he turned it in a personal thing about him being standard. Yes.
Okay, so at least you could agree with that. Okay, go ahead.
Yo, the problem is, again, you're trying to frame the
I'm not.
conversation. Yes, because you don't let you want to be able to, you want to be able,
Can we please hold
yo,
on? I just got a
Jesus.
request. I just got a request. Can you please not tell me what I'm trying to do?
Yo. Okay, so fine.
Okay,
This is
that's
the
all I'm
issue.
asking you.
This is the issue. When you come on other platforms, you want to be able to talk uninterrupted, unadulterated. However, when I'm up here, you keep trying to control me and keep me from completing my thought at the end, and then you'll go and do the stupid cooking sign language, and you'll make it seem like you cooked, but you didn't cook. You're trying to you are stopping me from completing my thought and saying everything that I have to say. Then you'll be like, oh, these men do not talk against my talking points. They just have a problem that I'm saying it, which is the most victimhood stuff I've ever heard. But the
Okay,
problem
let's
is
go.
I address your talking points,
You
but
did not.
you keep stopping me from addressing them in the middle of me addressing them and say I don't address them, which is
You
the
don't
weirdest,
because
crazy shit
we
ever.
watching the film. We watching the film of you not
Yo,
doing what you're saying that you're doing. And all I want is that when we had a conversation, let's talk to the words that we saying and not say, you are doing this, you are trying to this, or you seem like you saying that. And that's when the conversation don't become genuine anymore when you're saying I'm trying to do something. I'm being honest with you with my thoughts. I do not put any kind of extra things on you, right? When I was talking to BMU, I was in general. He took it personal by putting himself as some kind of standard when we know that's not the conversation at all.
okay. So
Okay.
the talking point that I absolutely disagree with you on is you're saying the only way to uplift men for us men in this space is to put women down and to beat them down and beat down on women. And that is not true. What happens is we have regular conversations, which we were having. You say these very hyperbolic statements that, like this, like what I just mentioned, and you get a visceral reaction to the hyperbole that you're using, because as men who live in life and who have experience, we know that that's not accurate what you're saying. Do some men do that? Yes. Do most men do that? No. And so therefore we are giving you a visceral reaction to what we know is hyperbole on your behalf.
And so the issue is that I see it the other way around. I could go and point to plenty and a plethora of men that use it as a way to push women down. They do not use it as a way to uplift men. They don't say, hey, man, we need to go ahead and do this and get majority of men to do such a thing. What they do is say, men need to provide such, and then, but we got all these hoes out here when they're the main ones that is providing the hoes. Men are the ones that is the whole business. They they create the cameras for this whole business. They have the apartments for the whole business. They manage all these hoes. They produce strip clubs, another business that is for whole behavior. And so we have to be honest and say that the general population of men, they are lusting and we see it happen all the time. And for some reason, a man like you that sometimes you flip flop in between when you want to say, yeah, y'all men be tripping, and then when women be tripping it. And that's the issue that I have with someone like you personally.
It's not called flip-flopping, it's called balance. So you're right, I do call out men when I believe men are wrong, and you're right, I do call out women when I believe women are wrong. I do not put it at the feet of all women or most women, and I do not put it at the feet of all men or most men. I call out behavior that I think is not in the best interest of us as a so-called community. That's mostly what I do. So yeah, it's gonna be, sometimes it's gonna be on the men that are doing wrong and need to get right, and then sometimes it's gonna be on the women that are doing wrong and need to get right and get their mind right. As I see it, at the same time, that's not the same thing, Sharon. And the problem is that when you put everything on one sex, whether it be men or women, and there is no balance, there can be no healing, and we can't go forward. See, my objective is for us to be able to like each other again, meaning black men and so called black women, for us to like each other again. Then maybe we could love each other again, and maybe we can build these communities back. Because I come from a time where men and women used to get along, where they used to actually like each other, where they actually used to be cool with one another. And so my objective is to get us back to that. So yeah, like I'm not gonna say it's all men because it's not, and I'm not gonna say it's all women because it's not, and I'm not gonna say the problem is solely at the feet of women because it's not, and it's not solely at the feet of men. We all play a part in what we see today. The issue is that we are very quick, and we have been very quick for the last 60 years to point out, to demonize, to demolish and diminish black men for their part that they've played. We've always, as black men, have been held accountable. The issue is now that the spotlight is on the women, and also what they can do better, what they can improve upon. Now it's a big problem, and it's an issue. People using the Bible to hold women back, to beat women back, as if we wrote the Bible. Oh, men hate women, they hate their mama, they hate their sister and their daughters, as if that's really true. And that is the issue. Everything to deflect and to keep away from accountability and responsibility for people's degenerate actions.
The issue is that we see women day to day get better. We see them getting better educational wise. We see them getting better financial wise, and we see them making better decisions day in and day out. And what we see on the other side, men are not getting better educational wise. They're not getting better financially wise, and they're definitely not getting better with choosing better partners. And so when we see that one side is moving in the direction that we asked them to do, and the other side is falling behind, we got to start correcting the side that is falling behind so they can get caught up. And so this way now we have people that have good intentions finding each other.
And that, and are you sorry? And
Yeah.
that's the issue. We see that very differently. We see that absolutely differently. Are there women making improvements? Absolutely. At the same time, there are definitely men making vast improvements. They're in STEM. They are going to school. They are taking care of their families. They're providing for their families. They are going out and getting careers. They're going out and getting better situations. So I would see that differently than you. I see that a lot of men are doing better, being better, and striving for better, as well as some women as well. At the same time, there's a lot of degenerate, debaucherous, and unappealing, unsavory behavior on the behest of women, and if especially our women. And if we lie about that, and this is what I'm saying, it's like you lying about this, and I don't know why, but then you get mad if we say it's a grift, or you get mad if we say it's a this or that. And it's like, come on, you're not acknowledging that, yo, there are a large group of women who are doing well and doing better for themselves, and there are a large group of women who are not. And so we can acknowledge that there's a large group of men who are trying, striving, and doing better and trying to be good men, and there's a large group of men that are not. the fact that you only want to point to one gender as the problem or as the majority of the problem is problematic, because it's not the case. There's far more women than men. There's far more black women than men,
It's
black
not.
men.
It's
Yes, it
not.
is in America. There's far more black
It's not.
women than black men in America, number one.
It's
So
not.
therefore, by volume and by number, it is. It's almost 2 million more black women than black men in America right now. So anyway, by volume, you have to identify that there's more women doing more debaucherous, degenerate stuff than there are men, just strictly for the numbers.
Right, and so that's just not true. And when we start peeling back the onion, we turn this into a cry fest. We see that women is only making $300 less or $3,000 less than men, which equates to $100 to $300 a month. Right, so it's not no real money that they are making more. So that shows the stride that women are making. We know that women are more enrolled in higher education, attempting to better themselves. So we know that's another thing that they are exceeding it. We just need to be realistic about what we're talking about instead of just putting blame. The problem is men are supposed to have the real burden of society, because once men are accomplishing things, is easier for a woman to go ahead and take care of the household duties. And I got you. I'm gonna bring you up in a second, Marvelous. Shout out to the creator, and also shout out to Mr. Seven for giving me the patience, because he want to just have this conversation. He don't want too many interruptions.
So let me ask
And so once we deal with that, and men start being accountable for their actions and how they are running their lifestyles, they will then tend to pick a woman that's in that same lane. These men are keep gravitating to the minority of women and saying that is the majority of women.
So first of all, I would argue that that's what you're doing. But secondly, let me you're gravitating to the minority of men and saying there's a majority of men that are behaving like you're saying, which is not the case. Now, let me ask you a question real fast so I could get to my point. Who who said that men are supposed to be this hold this burden? Where'd you get that from?
That's in the Bible. That y'all
It's
be
in the
bumping.
Bible.
That y'all be bumping.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. That's what I wanted you to say. It's in the Bible. But yet and still, in the same place in the Bible, right above that, talks about the what women have to do. Women are going to bear children, and there's going to be pain in their labor. And women will their desire will be to their husband, and he shall rule over them. That's also Bible, and also what the Bible says right above what you just said about Adam have the ground be cursed for Adam's sake, and he will have to till the ground to get the fruit thereof, right? And so that's biblical, right?
Mhm.
Both of them. And see,
Okay.
this is the problem. It's convenient when it's convenient for what men have to do and how men have to live, then you want to go Bible, right?
Mhm.
All of us on my side of things, we acknowledge what God said for men to do. We acknowledge what God's divine order is, and how we are responsible and accountable, and how we're supposed to take care of our family and take care
Mhm.
of our women and provide and protect. We acknowledge that. But when it comes to the other side of the game, the issue is women don't want to play their position. They
Okay.
want
So
the
now
position. Hold on, let me finish. I let you finish. I ain't say shit.
it's
Let me
okay.
just
It's
finish.
okay. We having a
Let me finish.
conversation,
No,
my
no, no.
brother.
Let me bring it
It's
home. Let me
okay.
bring
Like
it
I'm
home.
not trying to hold on. So I just want
Please
you.
don't let me bring my. Let me
It's
bring it
okay. Like you
home.
don't have to act like I'm trying to attack you or something. Please.
Okay,
It's
so let me bring it
okay.
home. Let me bring it home. Let me land my
But
plane.
I do. But you are talking way. I'm just want to
No,
get, because you be moving points. So I just want to
yo,
get.
I'm not. I'm talking about the same point. You said a whole bunch of stuff. Let me just land my
Okay.
plane.
You're okay.
So this is crazy. Ain't this a
Talking
tactic?
more
But
about
yo,
black. It's
so
okay.
so
We doing well. It's okay. You don't have to feel attacked. I'm not attacking you, my
yo,
brother.
let me
We
just
having a
land. Yo,
conversation, please.
you trying to dilute my point, bro. And this is what I'm saying. Like I see the tactic, then you'll say you're cooking. So the point of the matter is that when it comes to men, we acknowledge what God said for us to do. We acknowledge our responsibility and our accountability for our actions. However, women of modern times do not want to play that position. When we say, hey, look, the Bible is the standard, and this is what thus saith the Lord is, not thus saith Izzy is, this is what thus saith the Lord is, then women go to, oh, that's an oppressive book, and y'all just using that to
Come on,
oppress us to
stay
hold
to the
us down.
topic. Stay to the point.
This is the point in the topic, bro. Come on, what
That's
is wrong?
filibustering when you
It's
talking about
not
when you trying to
filibuster. Oh my god!
when you add in women's voices into it. That's filibuster. Get to your
All right.
point.
So the
Okay.
yo Jesus Christ. So let's just go to you. When you say when you use the Bible as the standard for what men are supposed to do, but then you go and follow that up by men are using the Bible to hold women down and to put the foot on women and to keep women from this and that, then we know for a fact that that is a grift and some bullshit. It doesn't even add up. Because
So
if you're gonna use the
I
Bible
got
on
something
one
because now
end,
you're trying to say
oh
I'm doing
yo,
something.
if you're gonna use the
Hold
Bible
on, hold
on
on,
one end, you have to use the
hold on.
Bible on
Okay,
both
okay.
ends.
Hold on. I need to not be disrespectful by saying that I'm doing something that I'm not. That's the one. I don't say
Oh,
that you doing that. Don't do it to me.
you
So now,
lying.
so,
You
so
lying. Your whole thing was Izzy B. What the B? What did the
okay,
B
okay,
stand
okay.
for? You said what did the B stand for that you said Izzy B what?
Blaming.
Exactly. So you
Okay?
definitely did lie on me and frame
I didn't lie
something
on
that
you.
I
What I'm saying,
absolutely
hold on,
don't
you
do.
missing.
I don't
Hold
be
on, you
blaming
missing what I'm
nobody.
saying. You missing what
Ah.
I'm saying about what you calling me a grifting when I'm telling the truth about
You
how I
saying
feel.
I'm blaming
Yeah,
people,
but
which is the
blaming.
same shit.
Yeah,
You
because
saying I'm blaming women, which is the same shit. You're
you're doing
creating a
it right now.
narrative and
You're doing
trying
it
to
right now. You're
you're trying to
blaming women
promote
right
a
now.
narrative. No,
So,
I'm not.
so the
I'm
problem is,
rebutting your point.
so
I'm
the
talking about you.
okay, so that's okay. So the problem is this, right? So now you don't want to talk about how men are supposed to be serving their family. And if he is not upholding his part of the bargain, which majority of men are not upholding a part of the bargain, majority of men are not providing in a way where the women don't have to go and work. What they are doing is that they are using that scripture that you are just saying, and they say, "Hey, I'm going to impregnate you, but also while you have that baby, you still got to work. You're still gonna have to make my call. You're still gonna have to F me. You're still gonna have to make my dinner. You're still gonna have to clean. While all he has to do is go to work." And this is where we have the disagreement that, hey, these men are not following what the good book is saying. Majority of men just use that as a talking point because they are not able or willing, whichever one it is, to do what the book is saying. And that's the problem of the imbalance.
So when the men that live that way, they point out and they tell you exactly how they live and exactly how they're doing what the Bible says, then you say that's anecdotal and that's just a few men. So if men cannot address and say, hey, look, I'm one of these men that have these talking points, and this is exactly how I live. Most of the men that I know of, and again, it's anecdotal, are believe in servant leadership. Yes, a man is supposed to serve his wife. What's up, Uda? A man is supposed to. Someone got
Yeah,
echo.
somebody
Can
got
y'all mute?
Might be me.
Can y'all mute?
okay.
A man is supposed to serve his wife and he's supposed to serve his family. That's absolute without question. And any of the men that I know, they know that. That's why they say they provide 100% for their wife. They provide 100% for their family. And then the wife has duties as well. So the problem is when we're pointing out the positioning, because you don't like the position that God gave the woman, then you try to attribute it to us tearing down women, beating down women, and it's echo and holding down women, which is not the case. The issue is that when we show the examples of men who serve their families. The examples, like BMU was saying, he is the standard. He was telling you how he serves his family, how he serves his wife, how he takes care of his wife. You didn't want to hear that. You want to
Okay, so
point, you oh yo,
so
Jesus
so so now
Christ.
when you point that out, right? Do you think I do the same thing?
Yo, that's not even the question. I don't care.
Thank
That's not the
you.
question. question. That's not the question.
So that's the
That's not the
problem.
question.
So hold
Why
on.
you do that? It's not the question. You want to cut me off
The reason
to
why I
try
did
to
it,
reframe what I'm saying
hold on. The
instead
reason
of
why I
letting me
did
say
it,
what I'm saying.
let me say why I did it. Because
Nah, this is dirty,
hold
underhanded
on.
tactics.
No, it's not a tactic. It's the
It
truth. Right?
is.
So let me explain real quick. The reason why I don't bring myself into it, because I could say the same exact thing BMU is saying. We know that for a fact, right? I've been doing it on these panels for over years, and we see that I'm doing exactly that. I took my wife out of the workforce a long time ago, but I don't bring myself into it. The problem is, right, you're willing to give BMU all those props about all those things that he do, but when it comes to me, it's like, oh, well, we ain't talking about you,
Nah,
Sharon.
see, no,
That's
see,
the issue.
no, yo, you are a narcissist, bro. Like
I'm a
you
narcissist, but I
really,
don't
yes,
bring myself into it.
you have a narcissistic personality
What?
disorder, yes, bro. Like
How
facts,
is that
because
being a narcissist when you
I'm
say
gonna
this is only for
I'm gonna
one
tell you
man
how
to
if you
do?
allow,
This
I'm
is
gonna tell you
hold
how
on.
if you allow me to speak.
This is crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you how if you allow me to speak. Yo, at the end of the
You've been
day,
speaking, now you're trying to act as if you don't
yo,
speak.
you
Come
keep
on.
cutting me
Hold
off,
on. I
and
don't
you're
keep
not
cutting
having
you
a
off. Don't lie
conversation.
and
And
say I
then,
keep
yes, you
cutting you off
do.
when you've been
Yo,
talking the
hold on.
most.
Am I lying? Does this man not keep cutting me off? Anybody on this panel tell me that I'm lying when I
Yeah, because
besides
he got something to
Jamar,
say. He got to jot down his notes. He got to just jot that.
tell me I'm
It's a
lying.
conversation. It's going back and forth. There's a lot going on.
Is he not cutting me off? Yo, creator, be honest. Is Sharon cutting me off? Yes or no, brother?
He did.
Now you come on, bro. Yo, Marvelous, be honest.
So look,
Is he cutting me off? Yes or no, bro?
So
Yes.
just to keep it fair, right? To keep it fair,
Jesus Christ,
like you
is
said,
this yes or no?
hold on, brother. Just like you said, it's his show. You understand? So at some level, you get hold on, just like you told him. You know what I mean? At some level, it's his show, right? But however, Sharon, you do gotta let him get it. You gotta let him get his points out, right? Before you come in, right? And as soon as he get quiet, then come on in and say what you gotta say. So in all fairness, I do want to hear him. Real shit.
So what? So yes, you do keep cutting me off. In other words, see now you made it seem this is the narcissistic. No, this is the prime example of the narcissistic personality disorder. You do stuff, Sharon, and then you swear that you don't do it, and we see exactly what you're doing. We call it out, and then you say, "Oh, nobody can talk about my talking points of what I do. I be cooking." No, you don't. You gaslight a lot, you lie a lot, and you reframe stuff a lot, and that's the truth. That's the truth. You sit there, you are the one blaming men and putting everything on the feet of men. And what we're saying is that you need to be more balanced. Yes, there are some men who do the things that you're accusing them of doing. Is that most men? No, it's not. It's a large portion of men, just the same way as do all women have degenerate, debaucherous behavior? No. Is there a large portion of women that do? Yes. And so this is what we're saying, to have a balanced, real conversation. You swear that you're having, I just want to have an honest conversation. No, you don't. You want to point and position men to be the enemy and point and position men to be the opposition and to be the anti-hero. That's what you want to do. You're framing it in a way that is very highly inflammatory, that works on the emotional heartstrings and trauma of women and the things that they've been through. Let's keep it a whole buck today. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. You're nowhere near on my level. Stop playing with me, man.
Let's get back in there.
I'm sick of this, yo. Stop playing with me.
Sherrod.
So again, and this is why I gotta cut it off, because he's not talking to the conversation. Right? BMU literally put himself within the conversation that he says, I'm narcissist. If I'm doing the same exact thing that BMU doing, right? Take care of my wife, take care of my kids, homeschool, the whole 9 yards. As soon as I put myself in it, all of a sudden I ain't the standard no more. BMU could go on for days about the BS, but I don't put myself in the generality of the conversation. Actually, I try to steer the conversation away from us putting ourselves personally in it. I say, hey, we understand that because we are a community of men that enjoy each other's conversation. But when we look at it objectively, we are in a bubble. So we cannot have a general conversation saying that BMU is the general man, that majority of men are taking care of their wives where they don't have to work. Majority of men are not doing that. Majority of the men that we hear communicate on these platforms, see, again, I'm bringing it to the generalization, right? I don't have to lie like this man has to. Just storytelling.
Okay.
Don't
so
want to
I'm-
be honest about it. Majority of the
I'm-
men that he was talking about, they say not to be with a goddamn single baby mother and all this other shit. But guess what? Majority of them, guess who they married to?
See, and this
A
is what he
goddamn
does.
baby
Oh, nah. This is what he
mother.
does, right? He's saying general. I'm talking
So
about in
the
general, but then hold
goddamn
on real
issue.
quick.
Attention
Hold
to
on.
all this. They are
Yo,
paying
what?
attention to.
Now you
They are paying
filibustering?
attention. Oh, what's going on? Hold
Because
on.
you just
Are you
stopped
just what
talking.
happened?
You just stopped
What
talking,
happened?
and then you just
What
stopped talking,
happened?
and I tried to
I'm
get
not
in there.
finished. I'm
Now
not
you got all
finished.
right, man. Now you come on, man. Now
Yeah,
you
I
got
did. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
Yeah, all right, I'm out, man. You're a punk.
So, and again, this is that's the reality of it. These men are not honest, creator, and we got to stop allowing them to be dishonest.
So this shouldn't be an argument. This is my point. It shouldn't be a debate between us about what we want. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I want this, you want that, and we arguing over what we want. That's not the debate. And that's what happens on these platforms. And it's like, well, I'm doing this, and you doing that. Well, I'm doing this, and I'm doing, and then it gets, like you said, once it gets personal, then we have ammunition to start poking, and then we get away from the conversation. So the conversation that they was having was saying, hey, BMU is an apex individual. So that's different. And I get where BMU was coming from. Sharon saying, hey, let's just keep it general, BMU. But most people that are apex, that's what they're going off of. I'm going off of, hey, this worked for me. Right? And so that is my example. You can't deny me if it's working for me. So you can't tell me what something don't do and go to your statistics and stats and things of this nature when I'm literally doing it in your face and it's working. Not just for me. Hey, I got kids and I taught them, right? And it's working for them. Wait a minute. They got friends and other people. I'm showing them too, right? It's working for them. Here's where my point would be. Show me these people. If all these men talking about the women that should act like this and the woman should do this and the woman should treat me like this and the woman should treat you like that, well, show me the example of that woman you talking about. Show me that woman that you did that to. Show me that woman that you gave correction and her life is remarkably better as a result of what you told her. Because if can't no man do that, then it's rhetoric. It's talk. And talk is cheap. That's why some of us can go back to our family unit, right? We go back to our job unit. We can go back to something of some type of example, right? We're not just talking. We can go to an example that actually worked in our life. But beyond our life, like what you're saying, we try to keep it general. I don't want, if you say, well, show me, creator. Well, damn, I really don't want to go grab my wife and my kids. And you get what I'm saying? I don't really want to do that. But so now that's where it stops. So respectfully, whoever BMU is definitely an apex individual. He's taking care of his woman, right? He's raising his kids. He said, I seen my mom and my dad and everybody else are in long-term relationships, right? I made it to where my woman don't have to work. If she wants to, she can. But then that goes back to me, not saying nobody doing anything wrong, but that's where it go back to me saying that even the men that's married, sometimes we do lead our families in the wrong direction because we think mortgages or a certain type of mortgages are cool. And we think, you know, I deserve this car payment. I deserve this house payment. I deserve this $200-300 meal. I deserve all this debt. And we are not teaching the men what to do with money, what money is, what it's used for, right? And then we lead our families into that same indoctrination. So that is the discussion that I would always like to have, is preparing our men to do all those great things that BMU are doing. I have to tell you, bro, this is what I'm doing. Let me show you how I did it. Let me show you what you need to do to be in the same great position that I'm in, because I'm looking at it like I want my kids to hang around that bruh's kids, right? But that, like you said, that's the case. Lastly, we do go to the degeneracy of the minimalist folk in our community. That's like saying all 40 million of us just don't do shit. That's men and women. That's all 40 million or all 20 plus million of the women, including the babies, are just slutified whores, right? And they just don't know nothing. And they need the Bible said it. The Bible says since that Mac came and she cheated on Adam with the Mac, you understand? And that, you know, all hell broke loose. So that told you in the beginning of the Bible that bro, if you ain't got your shit right, your woman gonna leave you. And it was in the beginning, he showed you. God didn't you. I'm not religious, but I did read that Bible and I interpreted it very, very well.
Okay.
So you can interpret it however you feel like you interpret it. I'm going to interpret because I am a philosopher, proud to be a philosopher. I read many a book and interpreted them that I think pretty well, and I use those principles in my life to make a better me. Right. So now, in the beginning of that Bible, hold on, in the beginning of that
Can't go
Bible,
diatribes.
He said he's a philosopher because he read.
well, I read, not just read. Right, read like now. I'm still alive, so I'm still reading and studying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the time. But at any rate, in the beginning of that Bible, God told Adam what to do, bro. You said you was bored. I'm gonna bring you abroad. There you go. There you go. Now, remember, I'm God. I'm your daddy. I done taught you everything that you should know. I gave you all the games, I gave you the house, set you up, straight windows. You was like, man, I'm lonely, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying, damn, man, I want to do something with this. So he gives you your rib, right? Your person, if you will. And for whatever reason, I don't know, we didn't get into detail. They only got into detail about what she did, right? But usually if a man is the leader, it can't be both ways. You can't say you the leader, but it's her fault. Like, which one is it? You cannot say, I'm the leader, right? This is me. I created all this. I got this. You do what I tell you to do, however I need to do it. But then it's her fault that she left you because you ain't freaking her right, right? Or she left you because you're not talking right, right? Or she left you because you're just going off of what God told you to do this, and that, just because you are less than me. I'll wrap it up here in a minute. That don't work in the real. We see it. That don't work in the real world, which is why these guys are on these platforms talking about this woman don't listen to me. You can't make nobody. It's human rights. So human rights don't care about your beliefs, your discipline. It don't care about none of that. I have the right, especially here in America, to leave you, whether you married or not. If I don't want to be with you, you cannot kidnap me. I'll land it there.
Go ahead, Uda, Marvelous, then Bomb Cherry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For me, I just came onto the stream and I just got up a little while ago, you know what I mean? So to see y'all both having a conversation, I know when I came on the channel the other day, you were saying, yeah, me and Izzy had a little back and forth and all that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was trying to watch the stream back. I didn't get to watch it in full, but for y'all to be having the conversation, that's what I like to see, you know what I'm saying? It didn't go as right as it could be. He probably is doing the stream, whatever. But to see y'all come together to try to attempt to have the conversation was good to see from the very beginning. And that's really why I came for, you know what I'm saying? It's about us having a conversation, whether we agree or disagree, whatever. It's about that, you know what I mean? Because we want more for our kids. We want more for the young people. And if we can't do it at the head, then what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? We can't ask for more from them. We demand a lot from our children. You know what I mean? We put the whole world on them, responsibilities, a lot of shit that we're putting on our children. I have an 18-year-old son besides other two children I have, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? So let us.
Damn, black don't
let
crack.
us make that. Let's make
24.
Nah, you know what I mean? I got an 18-year-old son. He's bigger than me. But, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's about the major point. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't go all the way completely. Y'all didn't get the point across. But hopefully, y'all can still have another conversation and still get y'all points across. And really, really, we could get to the root of all of it. You know what I mean?
It gets difficult to get to the real point when they allow the nonsense just skate under, when they could just use somebody and say, oh, look at this successful man, when we know that's not what we are talking about. I was never actually talking about BMU in that conversation. He put himself into it. Then he tried to bring our family into the conversation. And that's just a wild thing to do. And for him to act as if that didn't happen just because I said, oh, did you do your 15-minute walk? It's a joke.
Yeah, now we was bros and we've been bros. And if we can't,
That
that would just kind of show the seriousness of, you know, maybe somebody's temperament at the time. Because if I joke with you, we joke every day, we kiki ha ha, you know what I'm saying? And then somebody come in and you be like, creator, your silver beard. I'm like, oh, why you know what I'm saying? And I'm on one and we do this every day. Right. You know, that means you not as bro as we thought we was. You get what I'm saying? Right. So now all of a sudden, you know, I'm offending you right there. I'm like, all right, I see where we going. So it's great to be defense. You know what I mean? From here on out, you just gotta let people get like you on somebody else's platform. You have a platform where you can get out whatever you want for real. So when you are on others on other people, hold on, when you're there, it is even because even I have to learn this. You know, I talk, bro. You hear me? So
I didn't notice. I didn't notice.
You see what I'm saying? So I have to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let them get that. Excuse my American this morning. But I just let them get it off, bro. Because they not getting ready to hear what it is. You said you talking some sense, but right now, because we on, you know, I have an agenda. I'm really not looking for us to talk sense. I'm looking to establish some type of hierarchy, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Marvin. Did we get it to bomb? We can't hear you. No, still can't hear you.
Test your mic 1 2 1 2. Test that mic, man.
Hear me now?
We got you now.
Let's go.
All right, cool. I saw audio issues echoing earlier. Shoot. Well, I'm glad that the point of contention you guys had, for the most part, and why it went left. It wasn't so much what you saying something wrong, but maybe how you said it and how someone would take it. But you have to acknowledge that part, how he took it. All right. Can you see how he would take that, Sharon?
No.
Okay, then that's yours. You get to put that later on. That's your own thing. As someone who's third party, I see the whole picture, and I say, "Oh, I see where the picture came from." That's okay.
So you saying because I said
I just told you it was. No.
No, I want to make it clear. So I want to make sure, because we might be on two different points of where the contention is at. So when I said, did you walk 15 minutes? That's the point of contention?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, what was the point of contention for you? Because that's why.
As I was saying, it's how you said one thing versus how he took it. So you were talking about guys who are Bible thumpers using the Bible to get the point across and put women down, whatever, right? And full context, you know, this guy just got done talking about the Bible and scripture, using word and X, Y, and Z. And then you go on and say, well, men are like blah, 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 men who use the Bible. So that's already defending, like kind of attacking a part of his character, what he identifies with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the full picture. He's taken as a personal attack because he just got done speaking on it. And then here you are to speak on not necessarily him particularly, but men like him, or could be perceived like him.
So the pause there. So the problem is I made it sure that I said people that do not follow the Bible is using the Bible to oppress women, is what I said.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but you're also looking at, again, using the Bible is what he identifies with. The Bible, that's the thing. That's his thing. Okay.
No, but
regardless, I heard the nuance. I heard nuance. But even if I were to speak generally about Black people, right? Say something, and a lot of people identify as Black, right? And I said something negative in a way, which happens a lot. People always do this. People do this, and they say, "Well, that's not all Black people, or that's not me." Blah blah blah. And I say, "Whoa, I'll speak to those who live in Oakland on that particular street at this time of day." There's nuance right there. Well, you didn't lead with that. You kind of put that at the end of what you were saying. Like some people, honestly, their ears perk up at different points. So you maybe have a point, but the ears don't really perk up until you say something that triggers them. And I'm trying to tell you what it was. When you said Bible reader, that was his perk. That was his triggering point. And I'm trying to help you understand that some people have selective hearing. That's what he heard. That's what, again, not what you said. Again, it's not what you said.
You don't got to reiterate it. You don't got to.
Okay, cool.
So the issue that I have is that is the issue that I'm having with a lot of men. They going by what I make them feel like instead of what I'm actually saying. And men supposedly are not supposed to move that way. They're supposed to analyze the words that you are communicating with them. So when I say men that are not following the Bible are using the Bible, if anything, he should be on my side. Like, yeah, because he is I'm doing I. Then I'll be okay. But when you're trying to say in general, men are following the Bible, come on. It's not a genuine conversation at that point. Shout out to the Cash App. It says, is he blind? You are hilarious, Sharon. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Also, we got, please don't trust ninjas. I never lied to you yet. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And also, we have one more. What's this one? It says, no, I think I read this one. And also we got Mr. DJ Music. Friends like these, you don't need enemies. I'm just saying.
Also, Sharon, before we go to bomb, there's only one thing I was gonna bring up. We'll talk about it later, but
okay.
It was about how men are doing worse on average than women and why that could be. I have my theory. to that, and I'll get into that later when you guys have the conversation.
Okay, we can go ahead, Bomb Cherry. Then we got Kulu.
Okay, thank you. How everybody doing? I hope y'all had a good holiday season. Okay. Anyway, these men are pansies, okay? Pansy Nansies, right? They like to pander to certain other men or otherwise lovers of men, right? Because you ask a guy a question up here, I ain't gonna mention no names, okay? And they couldn't even give an answer, straight out answer, right? You see that this man who ran, and he always do this, right? He wouldn't even stay on topic.
Yeah.
Right. And now we got to worry about his feelings because Sharon is saying something in a certain, using a certain tone or a certain word. Or I thought men supposed to be straightforward. But I realized, Sharon, that's why some of us women aren't liked in this space, right? Because we are straightforward, right? We just tell you what it is, how we feel, what it is. Like, for instance, women are more educated. Black women are more educated than black men. It's a fact. And if you don't like it, then go to school and raise that number up. Other than, don't be mad at the people who saying it. Do better. Okay? That's all I got to say about this shit. And some of y'all retarded. I know that sounded mean, right? But it's a fact. And don't let your feelings get involved. Become unretarded or whatever the word is. I don't know what to Okay, there you
go. Shout out to Work Academics with the fiber. I also give my girl options to work if she wants to. This is the standard. And if more men was to follow these standards, then we will have a different relational situation in marriage and boyfriend and girlfriends, spiritual marriages, and all of the same, right? It'll just be different outside. But majority of men cannot do what Work Academics is. And let me do better at giving my fellas a props. Shout out to Work Academics for doing all the work where he could take his wife or girlfriend, spiritual wife, whatever she is, to him, in or out of the workforce, and she has the option. Shout out to all the men that are able to do that. We all need to be striving for that, and it's not an easy thing to do. Absolutely not. Welcome to the show, Kulu. Good day, sir.
Good morning, Jerron, panel, chat. Man, I'm gonna be real quick. I don't know what dude was on. It like what you were saying is very easy to comprehend. And a lot of people in America claim to be Christians. They swear that they read the Bible, but in reality, their actions don't prove it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what kind of you were saying, is that a lot of these people claim to be Christians, but really aren't living like it. But they come up on these panels and they want women to behave and submit like they're actually living like the way that they actually, like want to live, or they talk about it. So I get what you're saying, and I don't think, like what's his name, Izzy, like understood what you were saying when you brought up people who don't practice religion. Like, there's a bunch of people who aren't Christian, who are Muslim, who are Buddhist, who are all different types of religious, spiritual, that live, that are married, that are living the right way, that provide for their wives, vice versa. And people got to understand that, man, it's not every relationship is going to be like BMU. Not every relationship is going to be like mine. Not every relationship is going to be like Sharon. And when you brought up the fact that how come your relationship, Sharon, isn't the standard, but he's willing to claim that BMU's is, the fact that he couldn't understand that just blows my mind, man. It's like these dudes got to understand is that not every relationship like it's going to be like your dad's or like your grandfather's or like your uncle's. You have to find a way in which your relationship works. And that's because each human being on this planet is different. We're not the same. So I don't understand why they don't get it.
Yeah, it's
you got some
definitely
wisdom, young man. You got some
that
wisdom.
was some really good
You
wisdom.
got some
right
wisdom,
there.
Kulu, man. It's good to hear you speak, though, Kulu. I watched you for years, so I watch your videos and stuff. So
And I ain't gonna lie, Uda, when I hear young men like Kulu,
it's good to hear Kulu speak. You know what I'm saying?
It gives me great hope that my daughters have a possibility of finding a decent man outside. You know,
it's good to hear Kulu speak.
That's right, Kulu. You great guy, and you said the same thing I said. These niggas retarded. Okay,
Watch
that's
yourself out
fine.
here. You got wisdom. You got wisdom, brother. You got some wisdom.
Lord. Work academics. This is the standard of the manosphere. You also demonize the manosphere as toxic. Make this make sense. Is the manosphere toxic or not? Izzy Blind schooled you. The problem why Izzy Blind or Izzy Broke didn't school me is because he doesn't hold up to his own standard of what the manosphere is saying. His women still go to work. So while we would claim that this is the standard, the problem is that majority of men are not able to achieve this so-called standard. So when we talk about the general, it is okay for us to be honest. That's it. And even if you do get a chance to take somebody out of the work, it's always a possibility that she might have to go back. Because anything can happen. You can lose your job, you can lose your business. Things can happen. You can get sued. You do construction, hey, you can get sued or you won't get paid. You still got to do the work. And then they give you another job while they didn't pay you for the last one. There's a whole bunch of things that can happen. So majority of the thing is that the manosphere is they have toxic talker points more than they have productive ones.
Now that would be, you have the right to have your opinion, right? And your feelings about your perception about whatever discipline, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, whether it's Christianity or religion or a way of educating, you have your right to have your opinions. And I think it's kind of like I go to my pop, right? And my pop's a starch Bibleist, right? Kind of Hebrew Israelite. I don't really know how you explain it, but at any rate, he's basically about that word. He is starch about that word because even when he joined, he was like, "Hey, I joined the Hebrew Israelite, but them niggas ain't about that word. They ain't sticking to that word." And see, he's strictly, it ain't about the brotherhood or the camaraderie or none of that. He's stone cold word. If it say that in the word, that's what it is. And I'm trying to get him like pop. Everything is not verbatim, right? And even the Constitution right now has amendments. So at some point we can't keep relegating back to 5,000 years ago and what these people did 5,000 years ago, right? And here we are today, and this Bible didn't speak nothing about compound interest. It didn't speak nothing about finance. It said give Caesar what's Caesar's. It said all the women that I seen in there was like whores. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. This is just what I'm seeing. And then it said something about jealousy. You know, I'm a jealous God. Thou shalt not have no God before me. I'm like, hold on. I'm not jealous of anything. I'm God. What are we talking about? So those are feelings. Those are emotions that were interpreted by men. And those men were called scribes. These scribes had to interpret this Bible that was written. The remarkable thing about history are inventions. So when the invention of the printing press came, this one guy that they call Martin Luther, who was a priest, a Catholic priest, was basically kind of against the way that the Catholicism was going, right? He wasn't fully against it, but he kind of wanted to do his own thing, if you would. And obviously they were against that. And how can he fight this big system, right? How can I get my message out with this big system? Well, the way he was ready to get his message out with that big system was through the printing press. And through the print press, now we didn't have to wait years for these scribes to write out what we think this Bible is saying. So if all these interpretations of this Bible, right, had to be interpreted by who? Men. Were those men your people? Just ask yourself these things. History don't lie.
That's a long conversation, brother. And we're not getting on there. I believe in God.
We ain't ready to get into it, but
I believe in God and I believe in my Bible, bro. I understand how many people was sanctioned to write it.
Hey, bro,
I get it.
that is
Let's
your.
just leave it be.
When your granny, you can't tell me what to leave, partner. Who are you?
That ain't the conversation, bro. We're not here. We're not there.
Hold on, bro. You can't
Okay,
tell me.
I think you're talking fallacies. I think you're talking fallacies now, so we can get past it.
Bro, what are you talking? No, we're not talking fallacies. See, that's what I'm talking about. This
No,
is what
because
I'm
you said
talking
it's not
about.
right, bro.
Dads without
Parts
capacity.
of it is
That's
fallacies.
exactly
I may
what I'm
think
talking
that.
about.
All right, then. So let's
Dads
leave that to be.
without capacity.
Let's leave that be. That's not the
Don't
conversation that
tell
we're
me what
having
to
right now.
leave. You should have just
All
shut
right.
up.
Well, I think no, you should shut up because you're not speaking
bro.
100%
That was all you
facts.
had to do.
You're
was
not
just be
speaking
quiet.
100% facts,
That was
bro.
all you had to do.
You're
Was
not
be
speaking.
quiet.
No, nigga, you speaking about God, nigga, and you're not talking right, nigga. Fuck
Who are
off.
you?
Nigga, what you talking about? I'm
Who are
speaking up for
you?
that, nigga. The
Are
fuck
you
is you talking
slapping
about?
these white
I'm
folks
speaking up
up,
for God,
nigga?
nigga. Fuck
Are you
off. That's it.
slapping up white
Let's
folks?
move on, nigga.
Are
That's
you
it, nigga.
slapping up white
Creators in
folks?
your name, nigga.
You
You're not
so
that.
cocky.
Slow the
You
fuck up.
slapping up white
That's how
folks.
come I
So
know
what we
your
doing?
shit's
Bible
twisted.
thumping?
Because your name
We
is a
Bible
contradiction
thugging,
in the
bro.
beginning. So
You
let's
Bible
just stop
thugging.
there too, nigga. Leave that be,
You
nigga.
Bible
Your name
thugging.
creator. I'm glad you took the O out because
Oh
that's what
my
you're taking right now.
goodness.
The L, nigga. The O. The
Bro,
fuck?
stop that
Stop
shit,
playing,
man.
homie.
You sound like
Leave it be,
a
nigga.
girl.
Hold on.
We're
We're gonna
gonna
get
take
back
that
to the
back.
Man, I thought you
conversation.
Leave
was
Hold
it
old
on.
be.
enough.
Leave
Hold
it
on.
be.
Hold
I thought you was old enough,
Hold
brother.
on. All
I
right, hold
thought you
on.
was
Hold
old enough.
on. Hold
Son of
on.
you went to that.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Let's calm it down.
All right,
Shicey
man.
Bum.
You going on the monologue anyway, nigga. You're going on the
fellas.
monologue, nigga. We got 6 people on the panel. You're going on the monologue. You're wrong there too. So stop,
Bro,
nigga.
look.
What are you talking about? You went
Again,
up to the next level.
if
You
this
said the
is
next
your
shit, and you
room,
got what you got.
again,
End of
sir,
story,
you
homeboy.
sounded
That's
like a
it.
woman. I don't want
Leave
to
it
argue
be,
with
homie.
women,
Leave it
man.
be. What the fuck
No
you
need
I
to
don't
sounding
want to
like the
argue
whole
with
time?
women,
Ask the
bro.
chat,
need to
homie.
name call,
Stop,
y'all.
I don't
bro.
argue with women.
Move
All
on,
right,
bro.
let's
Nigga,
go.
you
That's
is the
our name
only woman
call.
I
that
don't
you're
argue
arguing
with
with,
women.
homie. The fuck?
You the only
Okay,
one got touched,
hold on,
cuz. You ain't
creator.
nobody else said
Creator,
nothing.
hold on.
Nah,
Shicey
you
Bum.
talking about God, nigga. Fuck off.
You can politely mute your mic or
Hold
leave
on,
quietly
creator. Hold
if
on.
you don't like what
Hold
you're
All right,
on,
nigga.
hearing.
You heard what I
Hold
said,
on,
nigga.
You
fellas.
heard what I
Stand on that,
said.
nigga.
Fellas,
You sound
thank
like
you.
a
Stand
girl.
on no 10, nigga.
You said you ain't standing on nothing,
Okay,
punk.
Stand,
come
nigga.
on.
You ain't
We're
standing
supposed to
on
build.
nothing,
Let's
punk.
build. Let's
You a
build. We got
punk,
it.
nigga.
Okay, we don't need to go there. We don't know
You
none of
buttered
that.
off what I said, nigga.
All right,
You got
creator.
created in your name. It's a
You
fallacy
buttered
already.
off what
Cut
I
the
said,
bullshit, nigga.
cuz.
Fuck off.
You
Done,
buttered
nigga.
off
All right.
what I
Stop.
said,
Y'all
You
cuz.
got it
clapped
You
out.
yourself,
still
nigga.
buttered
You
off
brought your
what I
own gun
said.
to your own ootin.
You
You
a
clapped
punk.
yourself,
Like
nigga.
I
Your
said,
name is
you a
fucking
punk,
creator.
cuz.
You're not that, sir. Stop
You're
the
a
fuck
punk,
off. And you're
cuz.
acting like you're
I
talking
never
against
said I
God and
was.
Jesus, and you ain't
Apparently,
talking
you've been
right, nigga.
thinking
I
about
don't
me.
like how you're talking
You a
about God and
fag
Jesus.
now.
Move on,
Now
nigga.
you a fag. Now I see
All
what's
right.
going on.
Okay.
Now you a fag.
Okay. Don't say that word. So
Son, you only
again,
talk about yourself, son. I get it,
Nah,
nigga.
nah.
I get it,
hold
I
homie.
don't
on.
give
We
a
need to
fuck
see
about you.
what women
hold on.
you
I'm gonna bring.
represent.
Hold on.
To you.
All right.
Fuck
So look,
off,
I'm
nigga.
gonna
I
bring
said
both of y'all.
nothing
Hold on. I'm gonna
about
bring
you.
both of y'all down so I can get to the
I don't
super
care.
chat. I'm gonna bring both of y'all down just for a second, just so I can read the super chats. Give me a second, fellas. Give me a second. Shicey Bum, member for 5 months. Most these men ain't no leaders. Black women are more fit to lead them, y'all. They need to get over it. Hey, Sharon and Bomb and others. Sheesh. Also, work academics. Women want to work, not forced to. It's their choice. Also, we got Ronald 804. Shout out to Ronald. God has the right to be a jealous God. He tripping. All right. Hopefully it calmed down a little bit, but before I don't want no screaming and yelling. Creator, he calmed down. Uda is, I know he's good. He could go in and out of his anger. Shout out to y'all.
Angry, bro. I'm all right, bro. I'm
Okay.
bipolar too, but it's all good. And I'm bipolar, but I'm just saying. I don't know. It's just getting confusing with the God, and it just look kind of like I don't know if people saying the word or taking away from it. Is he saying God is real? Is it not? I don't know. That's why I say, yo, bro, let us just get out of this and leave this. And he went up to wherever he went. I have nothing against this brother. I don't argue with people. It's not that serious.
True. And let me bring some people up.
The same way
Welcome to
he was just explaining that. It's the way a person take it. They believe in a God. So you can't take Marvelous just came up speaking about that. It's how a person believes in what they believe in. So I'm not just saying nothing to him personally because I don't know him personally. So
perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me welcome into the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing though.
Oh, damn, my bad. Welcome to the show, Brownsville. My wife got me distracted. Welcome to the show, Brownsville, New York. Good day. How you doing today, cuz?
Tell Anya to put on some clothes. That's what got you distracted. Huh? Hey, Brownsville.
Peace and love, peace and love. First
can
and
hear-
foremost, cousin, can you hear me? Am I coming through clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Anything else? Let me properly walk into your room. Peace and love to the beautiful queen on the panel. Bomb Cherry Juice. Peace and love to you. And then peace and love to all the beautiful queens in the chat, man. Anya Bracy, the SBG First Lady. Robin M, DB, Sugar Bum, Rogue C, it's me, Dr. G, Sexy Red TV, the Supreme Goddess, PH Diva, the Voice of Venus, the Verbal Assassin, Dawn, Karen Mackey, LA Project, Maya Reed, the Victorious One, Zero Tolerance, Conversations with MJ, the Boricua, Princess, Miss Jalen, all the queens, man. All the queens. I don't want to forget about none of the queens. Every time I hit your platform, I'm going to make it my purpose to lift the queens up, give them their flowers, and show these men, show these knuckleheads how they should be treating the ladies, the queens, and the women on the internet, man. And last but definitely not least, peace and love to the kings. Can't forget about the kings. Interesting conversation that you're having today. One thing I think we need to make clear, right, is just based on how this panel is operating right now, right? There's several kings on a panel, and only one queen. But yet it's the kings who are struggling to communicate one with another, right? So how can we expect when it comes to the relationship world that these kings are going to get the outcomes that they want to get when they can't even show that they have the ability to engage in basic communication with brethren? You see, this is really, really the issue here, right? These men who portray themselves to be stand-up men, who say they're into building the community and doing the right thing, but whenever we hear them speak online, they fail to understand how to properly articulate their point and communicate without getting so easily emotionally triggered, or they're sitting here constantly and consistently complaining about women, right? But yet when you ask these brothers, you say, hey, I understand you talking about you want to have balanced conversations, this, that, and the other, but do you believe in egalitarian relationships? Or do you believe in a relationships where men are supposed to lead, right? Because if you believe in egalitarian relationships, then I can understand your premise of where we gotta
You
have
went
balance.
muffled.
You went
started-
foggy.
Yeah,
Hold
you
on,
went
hold on,
muffled.
hold on.
You started to get muffled, cuz.
Can you hear me
There you
now?
go. Yeah, you back.
Yeah. So my question to these brothers, right, who are constantly saying that you're grifting, or consistently saying that we need to have more fair and balanced conversations when it comes to relationships. We need to have the same level of rebuke and criticism for women than we do for men. My question to these brothers is, do you believe in egalitarian relationships where the men and women are equally responsible, they're equally burdened, they're equally accountable? Or do you believe in a relationship where men are supposed to be the leaders? Because if you believe in the latter, then obviously you should also believe that men should be held to greater account. Men should be held to greater responsibility. Men should be heard to greater rebuke and greater criticism, right? And men should not be online publicly complaining about women, especially the woman that they don't want or the woman that don't want them. That's ridiculous. That's not leadership, right? That's being a man that has a conquered mentality, right? They also want to bring up the Bible, right? They want to bring up Yeshua HaMashiach, but they fail to mention that when Yeshua HaMashiach was walking this earth, he didn't have a lot of rebuke and criticism for the regular followers. He spent the majority of his 3 years that he was walking this earth prophesizing. He was criticizing and rebuking the spiritual leaders, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, right? And he was educating the people who were following them about the right way to go, because those brothers, and they were mostly men, he was saying they were hypocrites, right? So the same men who are saying, Cuzzo, you're grifting, are they going to tell Yeshua HaMashiach that he was grifting when he was criticizing and rebuking the men who purported themselves to be leaders? I don't think they would, right? So it's time for all of us men, right, to really examine ourselves, right? Really understand that if we want to fix the community, if we want to fix the relationship world, if we want to fix the plight of the Black man and woman, we have to undergo self-reflection as men. We have to be willing to hold ourselves to a greater level of responsibility and accountability. We have to refrain and remove lust and degeneracy from the top of our value system, right? We got to recalibrate our value system. Put God first. Add some solid qualities underneath that, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, self-reflection, accountability, responsibility, ambition. All of those solid values underneath that. And then we can go out to the world and get the woman that's going to be attracted to our leadership. But then these brothers say, well, no, this is barbershop talk. This is how men talk when they congregate together in a barbershop. I don't know about y'all on the panel, but I never went to a barbershop where all the men were just sitting there complaining about women. I never went to a barbershop where these brothers was just had this conquered failure mentality.
Never.
Talking about, oh, I couldn't get this woman to cooperate with me. All stand-up brothers know that if you are walking what you talking and you are being the living embodiment of all of the solid values that you stand on, you'll never find it difficult to have a woman willing to come into your life and cooperate with whatever vision, plan you got going on. Because she's going to see that success within you. She's going to see that you're a brother who practices what you preach. She's going to see you're a brother with solid values. And then she's going to gravitate to that love, peace, security that you give out to her. And that's facts. So we got to stop coming on these online platforms and stopping the young men from participating in a positive relationship world. We got to stop getting on these platforms and not being good leaders, not being good educators, right? We are leading young men to destruction. We're leading them to a homosexual lifestyle. We're leading them to a lifestyle that's not going to be beneficial for our community going forward if we continue to impress upon these men that they can't trust women, that they shouldn't be going after women, that these women are not being cooperative, and all these kind of lies and stuff that's being spewed on this internet. It's sickening. And that's why I kind of step back from the internet and step back from these panels, because I feel like there's not enough men who are willing to stand up and say, you know what? You guys are off base. You guys are wrong. You guys are hypocrites. And you guys need to really undergo some self-reflection. It's not enough of that happening. We got to understand this. The men who are gravitating to these men who are just criticizing and rebuking women all day, these men are broken. A lot of these men are part of the LGBT community, right? We understand that. A lot of these men are incels, to where they're involuntary celibate because they want women, but women don't want them because they don't know how to communicate. They don't have their stuff together, and the woman can see right through them. Let's start speaking the truth, right? And stop getting on these panels allowing lies to be spewed about what's really going on out here, man. Peace and love to y'all, man.
Woo! That was a beautiful, and I'm proud of everybody on the panel that didn't interrupt, whether you agreed or disagree. Shout out to y'all. We held it down. Man, that was a beautiful. It's good to see you back and bless us with some love today. I appreciate that, cuz. I really do. Thank you so much. Anybody want to? Anybody can jump in?
Hey, Sharon, real quick. So, this probably ain't the platform, but anybody got any contention? You got any questions? You got anything that you want to ask me? Say it fucking now, because I don't want to be traveling. Like, I'm not the type of nigga where we gonna travel together, and I really want to be cool with everybody, and then come to find out you on some other shit. You understand? I don't know none of you niggas. I ain't got no platform. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I'm on here for real. This is what people care about. They don't give a shit about nothing else. Show me how I can get these, and I need these tomorrow. So if niggas ain't up here talking about how I can get those and do it tomorrow, that's what the young men want to hear. So when you cannot talk about how to get these, you talk about women.
That looks fake.
And what they can't do. Well, okay, I get it. But at any rate, you get up here, you talk about women and what they can't do, and it's their fault, and it's their fault. Bro, I'm trying to build with you. Let's build some shit. Let's take my dollar, put it with your dollar, and make it 10. Why ain't we doing that? Everybody on this motherfucker making money. What the fuck is going on? Excuse my American. I'm so serious. So how are women, or anybody for that matter, gonna want to follow men, and men haven't shown anything other than how great they can complain about the things that they already have. I don't go buy no car and be like, oh man, boy, I really hate the way that this car don't do this and it don't do, like, I just don't be in spaces, and maybe I'm not saying that don't exist. I don't have no rocket fuel for that. Just to be quite honest. Maybe if I was maybe youthful or maybe younger or whatnot, then you crazy. Then maybe I would think differently. But knowing that they're gonna be young men who gonna have families and not gonna do it the perfect way, the biblical quote unquote way, right? They're gonna make mistakes. Everybody in that aspect is a sinner. No one goes to church because they perfect. They going to church to fight them goddamn demons. They need help to fight them demons, to keep themselves on the straight and narrow line. I don't need no help with nobody keeping me on no straight and narrow line. I don't have to look. I can have foresight enough for me and my family, right, to say, okay, this is the direction that we're gonna go, right? I believe that there's a higher power. I don't have to. Doesn't believe my faith is less stronger than yours or more stronger than anybody's. It just means that I choose to take the recipes that I learned and actually use them. And I'm gonna show you how those recipes work for this guy, right? That's all I can do. And then I can say, hey, you want to take a little step further? I can show you how that recipe worked for other people, right? As well. Those are the conversation as men we should be having, right? It ain't about perfection, because niggas ain't nobody perfect. That'll never happen. Ain't nobody gonna talk right. Ain't nobody gonna talk right to you. You want me to? I ain't gonna talk to no guy like no woman. You ain't no woman. You a man. If your daddy didn't talk to you like this, then that's your problem. But I had a father who was brutal. You understand? And that's just how they taught me. So, and when I was younger, I didn't want it. But as I got older, I understood, right? But what I also find out is they didn't really prepare me for what was real. So everything was biblical at one point, but it wasn't real. So when we get out into the real world, now I'm unprepared, right? We got college degrees, right? We got money, right? We got the mortgages, got the cars, the jobs, all that, but we still ill prepared. Why are we ill prepared? Because who in their right mind would send their kids out to be a detriment to their own family? No one does that. That's not proper planning. You don't set your kids up for failure, even though you think you setting them up to win. In reality, we were setting them up for failure. That's somebody else's patriarchy. That's not black patriarchy. I'll land here. This is our problem too. There's a guy called Angry Man, right? He was on the podcast last night. He was on another podcast. I ain't gonna say what that podcast was, right? But he was on that podcast and he was speaking just something real simple. This is the disconnect in our community. We got black people that ain't black. I'm gonna say it again. We got black people that ain't black. This dude was talking about a stallion, right? He was like, a stallion ain't a woman that's thick and bad and the stallion, and he didn't do it like I did. That's me. He said a stallion is a horse, and we should be calling her Megan the whatever the real. And Webster's dictionary says that a stallion is. I said, man, that shit's so corny. Because in the black community, we all know what a stallion is. Period. I don't care what Webster say. I know when I see a stallion, I know exactly what that is. You hear me? And if I so choose, I'm gonna go get that. All right. Yeah, in Webster's dictionary, we know what Webster's is, but we also have hood dictionary. And in my hood dictionary, we know what the meaning of style, like nigga means really an ignorant person. But when we say it, we know exactly what we talking about. Come on with the semantics.
All right.
So I got a question. For the brother.
Let me bring somebody up. Cuz got a question. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Supreme Goddess PhD. I see your melanin shining on all sides of the dimension.
Hey, y'all, I came up here just to say, Creator, shut up. Shut up. You talk too much. How you doing?
Hey, ma'am, they said you can get paid from doing what I do. So I'm going for it. You hear me? I got enough energy and wind.
Oh, shit, I don't round them back up.
To round them back up. Go ahead, cuz. You had a question for Creator. Go ahead, cuz. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, my brother Creator. So I understand you're not an advocate for brothers following the Bible. So what doctrine do you advocate for men to follow to keep them ethically and morally sound that will also make them good husbands?
Us. Our doctrine, physical doctrine. That's what happened. That was the doctrine I had in my house. My pops said, this is what it is. This is what we doing. And you step out of line, right? I'm going to get you back in line. I'm the real physical God in your life. He didn't turn to no book and try to threaten us with no book, right? We went to church. We did. We went to, my mama tried to send us, but my father was just a force. I'm just being real. He was a force. So somebody, you know what I mean? If you're not crazier than your kids, if you don't have a plan, right? And that plan has not been, and we are really true hypocrites. Everybody's a hypocrite. So you can't try to tell your kids something and show them something different. You have to show them more, right, than what you told them. That's it. Show them more. Keep walking. Just keep walking. I'm not walking back. I'm walking forward, and they're gonna follow you.
So, my brother, just to clarify, right? Your answer was us. You said the doctrine of us, right? But you do understand that everybody isn't being raised by you or your father, right? So when we're trying to educate the young brothers and sisters who aren't in our physical presence, what doctrine do you think is beneficial for them to follow that's going to help them find success, not only ethically and morally, but also make them good husbands, make them good fathers, make them good leaders?
Okay, so I would ask how that's been working so far, because that doctrine's been here for 4,000 plus years, longer than Creator, right? How is that working now?
That's not an answer to my question. You
it is
answered,
my answer to you. How is it working now? You said read that what doctrine? You said you putting on the Bible, right? You fight for the Bible, and I'm asking you, it's had 4,000 years to show us what the what is. Tell me what the results are now. Then silence fills the air as Brownville tries to figure it out. News at 11.
Well, here's the thing, right? I understand your communication style leads with 100% emotion. I get that,
So
right?
now you attacking me.
I didn't
So
cut you
I'm
off.
just saying clearly. So can because I know attack instantly. I don't play. So you can do it softly. You can poke me soft, or you can poke me hard. A poke is a poke.
Yo, hold on.
Assault is assault.
Put him
That
in
was
the back
crazy.
real quick. Put him in the back
Pause.
real quick.
I ain't
Put
no
him in the back real
pause.
quick.
I'm a man. You know what the fuck I'm talking
And see, here's the problem, right? I ask him a simple question. I'm not trying to impose my ideology on him. I'm asking the brother, right, to give sound advice to younger brothers, younger sisters who may not be in his physical presence. And then he goes on to this diatribe about poking another man or whatever he was trying to say. I don't understand like how just because you may not agree or you may not like the question that I asked you, that automatically that leads you into an LGBT mindset to where you want to talk about poking other men. And see, this is the reason why our community is failing to move ahead, because we don't even understand how to have productive conversations without it leading into some ratchetness. My brother, I was not trying to attack you.
Well, you just said some LG. You keep poking. I'm not no fucking nothing. When I say poking, you know what I'm
he won't interrupt when you respond. Let him finish.
Respect.
And you get the same. You get the same. He has patience.
Right. So I'm gonna say it again, my brother. I was not trying to attack you. I was simply giving you the opportunity to espouse on the ideology that you think young brothers specifically, how espousing on that ideology can help educate them to find successful outcomes moving forward, right? That's all I was trying to give you the opportunity to do.
All right, so
but instead of hold on, my brother, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to respond.
You have the same long drawn out. You have the same long drawn out response. You get the same amount of time.
Creator, right?
Bro, my mind moves so fast. When you talking so slow and you ain't saying nothing. I'm not detecting anything of value. So it's like shit to me. To be
Can you put him in the back, cousin? Put him in the back.
No, you can't do that.
Put him in the back.
It don't work like that. You ain't running.
It do though. It do.
And here's the thing, and that's why, that's why I kind of gave up even being on these panels and things like that, because he talked about how his father taught him how to be a man, right? But obviously he didn't learn how to properly communicate, because when you're involved in a conversation, one person speaks and one person listens intently to understand, right? And then when it's your opportunity to speak, the other person listens intently to understand. That's called building a conversation. What he just attempted to have was some type of verbal contest. I'm not here for that. I don't have to come online and compete with you in terms of just trying to understand your ideology, right? You are the one, my brother, who came up here denouncing the Bible, right? And that's your right to do so. But if you're going to denounce something, the least you can do for the listening audience is to espouse on an alternative that may work for them. That's all I was trying to get you to do. That's all I got. Peace and love, man.
So I didn't do that with saying our men and where our men need to be, right? And so every time, and this is the same thing Sharon talked about, Every time we give you a strategy that ain't in that 4,000 book because you niggas don't have nothing about you, that somebody got to follow you because it's in that 4,000-year-old book. I don't need nobody to do nothing for me about no 4,000-year-old book. You hear me? This is what it is. It worked for us, the men. I'm showing you it worked, right? Now, this ain't the immigrants ain't going back and they like, hey, I want you to read the Bible and this is what's going to happen. If no, when he come over here, you'll show him what to do. He start getting paid. That man's making $70,000 a year instantly. He ain't out here arguing about what they men ain't and what they know. They like, hey, we need to be better and we do better. We out here busting heads to do better. They women ain't out here talking about the men that just are not the doing nothing. And now men, it ain't going down like that. I'm just not hearing it. So when I come on here and people want to say and speak in a way that will grab the listener, so to grab the listener's heart and bully and then say things, when I say poking and sticking, I don't need to say pause, nigga. I'm a man. I'm not thinking in that manner. That means you thinking in that manner, and that's some other shit. I don't think that way, so I don't have to correct my words. You know exactly what I'm talking to, and I'm talking to men of the same flavor, of the same caliber. So we already know what it's saying. That's number one. I'm saying be a man, be you. Don't be afraid and unapologetic. I'm not perfect. Yep. I probably got some communication issues. You see how that work? You identify something, and if it so be true, fuck it. That's not stopping me in what I'm going to do tomorrow, but it might improve me. It might. But my point is, we trying to come up here, and you was trying to be diplomatic, but you was, and everybody heard it, right? You was saying little things, and I didn't say, I don't even know who you are. This is what's crazy to me. I don't even know who you people are. But you guys, everything to say about how I say. None of you are talking about flavor or strategy on how to raise a family or what it looked like to have a wife or what it looked like to build. No one's showing or even discussing that. You niggas are discussing everything you talk about is about your bitch and how she ain't treating you. Am I wrong?
Yes, you're
All
wrong.
right, then. What would he talking about? So I don't have I'm telling you, bro, you won't have that problem if you properly plan. Simple as that. All the Bible reading in the world, all of that, and you still ain't properly playing. My man's got his family in his PTR, and I can ask him specific questions. And I'm almost my ghetto ratchet ass gonna ask your smart ass a bunch of questions that I bet a lot of men just not on. Just because we married, right? We got houses, we got all this. Whatever we think we got, we equate that white supremacy to success. We can't talk about that though. We talk about white supremacy, and this is why women treating us like that. You go to the same job your wife go to, being paid by the same man, paying taxes to the same person, and when we get free time, we don't talk about how to lead this motherfucker. We talk about how to give them more, how to give that same person more. We're no strategy. Where is it at? I don't hear it. I could be wrong. Now I want to move our conversations into strategy. We let our women talk this, and they don't need women because they got a job, right? I don't see women building streets. I don't see them building bridges. I don't see them out here with football leagues, WNBA. I don't see them even working for the restaurants. If you learn something, you learned it from a man. And then somehow that turns into now you got to compete. I just don't get these things. I don't bring none of that up because I don't care. I keep walking, and she gonna follow wherever I go. You understand? If I made this, then I have me, a man, able to work that. See, what you niggas don't understand, women have the choice. All women have choice. We all have choice. So even a marriage, you can't bully anyone to loving you. What you have to be on the same page, and that comes from the beginning in the choice of the woman that you choose, who's either going to be your biggest come up or your biggest downfall. So if you choose a woman that don't know nothing and you saying, hey, baby, I want you to be my dependent. You ain't got to go to work. I'm going to take care of everything that happened in this hard life that we got, right? I'm going to cover all of that. Surrender all of that to me. God got a hard time with people surrendering. Who are you? Ain't that what we talk? I'm just saying. So there's anything that I said offensive to anybody. Again, we have the Bible as a reference to how we should move. you should move, right? And again, if you feel like you failing in any instance of your life, then you should refer back to whatever discipline is going to get you straight and keep you from busting heads out here or going retarded, as my girl says, on people.
But people creator, peep it. All right. And
before you go, I
say I apologize if we went anywhere wrong. Let's read the super chat. Let's read the super chat. I know, I see it. I see it.
Deep, I'm not sure if you're driving that. You good or?
I'm good. At Work Academics 6415, $2. Mo, the smartest person on the panel. Let him cook. Please. At the New Culture Empire, $5. Still don't mean I like you. Diva, it's coming to you in a few. 75 pages. I'll send you the invoice. The lawyer already stamped it. 100. All right. At E. The Man Williams, $5. Hey, E. Everybody wants to point out the 60s, but leave God out. When black men point out from the past, we followed a guy more than anything.
Ooh. I like it. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Uda, I had stopped.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
What up, right? Eda, man? That's another apex individual. You understand? Out here doing it for himself, family, and community.
Listen, creator, hold on. Listen, brother.
Check your cash app, cuz.
I'll even apologize. Because we're not here for the argument, and I'm not here for the argument. I'm just saying, it's how you was conveying your message. It was just getting conflated. That's what I'm saying. But I could see that you don't believe in or whatever, so I could understand where I was getting triggered to. But what he was saying is like, is there another doctrine or something that they could read or they could go to find some things as well? You know what I'm saying? What would you suggest to a person that's probably looking for something, not just words, and they're looking for something? What would you suggest for a person like that as well?
Okay, so that was the question that Brownsville had gave to you, creator. Now Uda's relaying the same message. So try to compact it to the actual answer. And I got you. I'm
gonna get the same answer.
Hold on, I got you. And so go ahead, creator. Please answer the question. Go ahead.
The men.
The fuck up in 2024. You sound
God damn.
It says the 20 ball. It says drop creator. God damn.
Yeah, because one thing being on your show kind of taught me, right, is it's just certain individuals, it's not even worth engaging in a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're incapable of having a conversation, right? The brother said, hey, I grew up rough. My father talked to me a certain way. But as soon as he thought I was attacking him, he got completely unglued. Didn't have any type of self-discipline or self-control, right? Wants to go from A to Z in his soliloquy without saying anything substantial that can help people, right? When they talk about
can you check the super chats real quick, please?
Hold on, let me see.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you be in danger.
It's one of those shows today, I see.
Hold on, go ahead, Bomb Cherry. I mean, go ahead, PhD.
Add a random independent with the 20 ball. Bring creator back. It's his time to shine. You so messy.
I just thought he ain't get to speak his piece. That's all.
Not his time to shine. It's hilarious, though. I ain't gonna lie. You got your time to shine, my brother. Go ahead, creator.
Thank you. And whoever dropped that dub, put your cash app in there because I was trying to figure out how to do this so I could send my dub, but it wouldn't let me. You know what I'm saying? But good looking. So literally,
they're gonna drop you again. So keep that dub ready because I ain't got too many 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Good looking. I'll send that back to you, brother, for real. But
so creator, go ahead. So if you can, let's get back to the conversation. Go ahead and answer the question if you can. Go ahead, creator.
So really simple.
What's like the taste out of your mouth? I'd like to see it.
Play my song, cuzzo. Play the song.
Again, it's one of those shows.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
No, not that one. The one.
Because I was about to ask you. So he dropped 100 ball on creator. So therefore, you get a special song. He dropped it on so this way everybody know. They
He
be
about
trying
to
to act
cash
like
out some of them Benjis he got over there. He about to cash some of them Benjis out.
Yo, here's the thing, man. Since this brother has all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about how to make money, then he should have no problem putting 200 to bring himself back on the panel, right? Listen, I'm tired of men getting on panels talking about what they doing. Show us what you're doing. Show us your results. Show us your outcomes. Stop lying to the people. Now, if you got it like that and you want to talk, bring yourself back. Other than that, go ahead and leave and go find yourself some destitute place or whatever you want to do. But the stuff that you saying is not going to be working here. Not while I'm here. Peace and love.
Oh no, Mo, you gotta someone paid for you to talk a little bit, man. You can't leave us. That's crazy. I if I may, Brownsville, you asked a question to Creator about the philosophy or whatnot to follow. And although I think what he was trying to say was essentially if someone is successful in a field or someone is successful in whatever area, that those are the people that you should be following or looking up to or asking for advice and whatnot now and trying to get knowledge from, rather than a Bible that's 2,000. He kept on saying 4,000. I don't know what he was going with that. I'm pretty sure it's only like 2,000. But rather than a Bible that doesn't really have any it's not going to give you anything about, I mean, yeah, you can, I guess, argue kind of like the discipline or something. I don't know what people like to interpret scripture as, it depends on the person. Rather than just that, it's not going to tell you anything about, oh, here, this is the industry that's working now. So this is how you get into that industry. And this is what you do while you're in that industry. This is how you get ahead. These are the obstacles you might face, X, Y, and Z. I think that's what he was trying to get at. But, I'm just a messenger.
The problem is, AR, you shouldn't have to speak for him, right? He should be man enough to speak for himself. Matter of fact, he came
you kicked him off.
He came on here saying he had a whole bunch of money, right?
He did say that.
He's flipping houses. He's doing all this stuff that he's doing for all the people in his family. Well, show us. All it is 200. That should be pocket change, right? To somebody who flipping houses. So Sharon, drop your Cash App in the chat. Let the brother pay his 200 so that he can continue to espouse and educate us on how to be as successful as him. Because obviously he can't do it through words, right? Because I gave him that opportunity. I said, hey, espouse to the people another doctrine to follow to help them find the successful outcomes that you believe they should follow. But he couldn't do it, right? He got upset, tempted to overtalk, got easily emotionally triggered. The same thing a lot of these undisciplined men consistently do, right? So now I took that method away from him. So in order for him to show that he's a man, in order for him to show that he's successful, in order for him to show that he's a leader in this community, now you got to do it by actions, my brother. So drop your Cash App, and I'm just going to sit and wait. I want to see him drop the 200 to come back. Peace and love.
Oh, check your super chat.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you'll be in danger.
All right. At platform with the 200 ball. He said, bring me back.
And since it's over the $50 mark, I guess you get the song too.
Now,
Good
we
Lord.
now listen. Fair is fair, right? And I want to ask some questions, right? Because again, I'm really, we can't have a conversation about strategy because all the strategy that I bring, I got motherfuckers that gonna run to the Bible and we're gonna deter because we can't ask people to come up to the math board, and because they can't come up to the math board, what I'm talking about it sound like strange talk to you. And now when we sound like strange talk, again, all you can go back to is how I'm talking and how loud I am and how wild and unhinged. And but the message is still the same. You're not even, it's just like your daddy and your parents talk to you. You don't want to hear what they talking to you because yeah, that 200 came from me. I don't know who that is, but that 200 ball, you see platform, that's me. You see that mask, that's me. Now,
So hold on.
hold on. I want to
got
ask
you.
you this.
I just want to say because somebody dropped 50 to bring you back down, but it's another 50 to actually bring you back down, so you can still have a $50 credit. Shout out to the person that did it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But
well,
it's
hold
another
on. I gotta ask a question, brother. Are you in Brownsville? Is this y'all's platform? Are y'all together? Are y'all business partners?
Business that's my cousin.
Are y'all business partners?
That's my cousin. So in
are y'all business partners?
I don't know what you mean by that. So yes,
meaning I don't want to feel like I'm getting scammed. Like he's encouraging
no,
shit that he can't do.
You're not getting scammed. Where you mean like if he's spending it,
like
then I'm spending it back.
200 niggas, like you spend 200, and if he spent 200, it's really your 200. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Cuz is honest. He's super honest. A little too honest.
Just making sure. Hey, I asked that question.
It's not some scam that we trying to get you to spend money.
Yeah, I gotta ask. You understand? I'm just asking. Right? Because I don't do it.
I
ain't never seen nobody.
No, it's a legit question. I think that's a legit question.
Yeah, we businessmen. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think that's legit.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about. This is what you should learn. Negotiation. Open your mouth if you got something if you feel some type of way. Like there's no wrong way to take care of you. These are the things that I'm talking about. We got men who have capacity. Hey man, I don't want to go to school for 4 years. I am retarded. Can you show me what you did? I learned better that way. Can you show me how you did it? Right? Can you walk with me? I'm willing to be your protege or whatnot. But we don't have that, bro. It's not out here because a lot of the black men don't have capacity. Why don't they have capacity? Because they got to go through another man, right, to get permission to teach this man. That's just what it is. So if we're going to have all of these men who not building their own, right? Now the community is looking at all these men not the men who are, because most of the men who are the men y'all not going to mess with no way. The men who building is all the degeneracy that y'all talking about, the gold teeth, you understand? The loud music. They don't go nowhere. They play games all day, but they done figured out how to make $120 a year, $300 a day, $300 a day doing much of nothing. And you people got to go to work 60, 70 hours a week and then reward yourself with debt. Now, how do we do? Now, you want to talk? Hold on. You want to talk about those principles that I'm talking about? We can get into it, but that's not the show. That's not what we talking about. So Brownsville's being real disingenuous when he goes into this diatribe. I done learned a new word. You understand? Good looking, Oak. You understand? A diatribe, slow diatribe at that, about nothing. Don't nobody want to hear about no Bible right now. We're not talking about. It's like if I get to talking about building houses, niggas don't want to hear about no building houses right now. We talking about something else, right? I could give you all the laws of the code book. You can't do that. So you can't be disingenuous by running the Bible verses and this is life. I can give you the code book to the U.S. code. We can talk about U.S. code. Does anybody know anything about our U.S. code? No, those are the things as men we should be talking about. Not as talking about how our women ain't. We don't even have the conversations that would even interest these women. You talking about them and what they don't do. Nigga, give me some game so I can feed my babies. You hear me? Y'all, she's a single mama. She's a single mama, but you can't teach her how to eat. What kind of player is that, bro? Like I said, make America player again. That's what I'm talking about. Share your technique on how you taking care of your family. Just don't talk about the families are disrupted. And we hear that shit every day. Show me what you're doing to make your family better. You want me to show you what I do to make my family greater? Behind the scenes, I show a lot of motherfuckers what I do. But on here, they weaponize things. when I put it out here like that. They weaponize things. So yeah, put your money where your mouth is, put your strategy where the community is, and we're gonna get better. Period. Fuckers.
Okay, and I just want to be clear.
Why are you cussing the people out?
Let me read a couple of the cash apps. So we did have a $50 cash app that said drop creator, so he still had $50 left on his credit. We also have plus $2. Thanks as always. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Also, we have in the cash. Big bank, take little bank. All right. Okay.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I appreciate Creator for supporting the show, right? Because listen, if you're gonna talk all this money talk, then you should at least pay your way.
Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up and do what I did. Now you challenged me. You challenged me as a man. You did. You thought because you had your cousin over here, he was gonna protect your ass. Now your cousin like, damn, bro, that's about as far as I can go with it. This is real talk. He his own man. When y'all in the bathroom, he ain't with you. So now stop referring to your cousin, and me and you gonna have this conversation.
So
As men.
you're gonna let him finish. You guys say what you gotta say.
Yes.
All right. So Craig, you got any final thoughts you want them to answer so y'all can actually have the conversation? Go ahead. Okay. All right. Go ahead, cuz. We're going and let him get a chance to respond.
Yeah, because I don't want to really have to drop him again. I mean, I can if he wants me to. I mean, if that's what he's demanding, then I don't have a problem sending more money and supporting my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So just say the word, Creator. Is that what you want me to do?
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see you try it.
50.
It says drop creator, the money maker going against the fam. And so since we had 2 extra 50 balls, shout out to my brother, shout out to my sis. Shout out to
Uda.
Uda got his baby already.
Nah, Money Wars is up. It's up. It's up. It's really up and it's stuck. It's up and it's stuck.
Nah, honestly, I just wanted him to support the show. That's
Ain't that
all.
wrong?
Because
Ain't wrong with that.
he pretty much hijacks the conversation, and he's not really saying much. He's not really giving any tenets of how the young people can follow how he's been successful and become successful. He's denouncing sound doctrine, but not willing to offer up an alternative sound doctrine to help men stay ethical, moral, and righteous, right? So I wasn't attacking the brother. I'm just trying to give him an opportunity to espouse on his ideology, which will help him build his platform if he learns how to properly communicate, right? Now, to his credit, he admitted he's a bad communicator, right? Well, if you're a bad communicator, then maybe public speaking is not your lane. Maybe you need to hire a public speaker who can communicate your ideology and your thoughts and your plan and your vision that's going to be acceptable to get the membership following or whatever you want to establish, to get those people to follow you. But you got to have one or the other. Either you can communicate for yourself or you hire somebody to communicate for you, right? But I just don't think it's wise to come on the internet and just say a whole bunch of nothing. I also don't think it's wise to come on the internet and use all of this profanity if you're supposed to be a man, especially a stand-up man, right? Even if you experienced that growing up, you should not subject your youth, your children, to have to withstand those type of harsh verbal interactions, right? That just shows the lack of intelligence or the lack of vocabulary that you have, that you can't express yourself in a more thoughtful way to get your point across. So it's just certain things that he can learn. I'm not really against the brother, but I just think he needs to clean some stuff up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's what.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you be in danger.
Cashing out. He ain't playing.
It says the big dog I hear. Bring creator back. Thomas
Cashing out.
wanted to be known who sent it.
Cashing
My
out.
guy. You see, like again, man, I every time you get an opportunity to speak, everybody talking about we should be speaking about, and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna say so let's talk about the strategy that I'm talking about, right? So I got a child, and I'm gonna do it real quick. I say I got a new child. We just had this child. What's the first thing? We got dads up here, and I'm gonna ask this question just to prove a point. Brownville's a dad. I'll start with you. You just had your child. What's the first thing you doing for your child? To set your child up, it's your legacy. What does that look? I want to know what legacy looks like from all our dads up here. What does that look like? I'm not saying you doing what you're doing is wrong. Let me preface, what we doing is not wrong or right. Right? I just want to hear strategy. That's what I'm looking for. You might be doing something that I'm not doing. I want to hear strategy, right? And then we can all share that strategy. So I'm not up here talking about how somebody talking to me or what they saying or how he said it or the way he communicates. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody perfect. So I'm not looking at perfection out of a man. I'm looking for strategy, right? I can get that from anybody, from the CEO or the janitor, right? And I know, again, I'm not talking about nothing that you could probably understand. But again, I'm going to make it again clear. What's your strategy for your legacy, right? If you plan on being in a relationship. Let's start with Brownville.
Right. So you're saying if I just had a child, correct? What's the first thing I'm doing?
Well, obviously, I want to know. Let me rewind it. Yeah, I'm saying that, but I really want to hear your legacy building plan. So that would obviously you would have to go back a little bit. It can't really just start with that. You're not having a baby. Probably you already got a family. I see you. So you didn't have a baby out of wedlock unless you already got a family. Me personally, I've been with the same woman for 30 years, 30 plus, right? We've been together.
Congratulations.
All right. So we built, and I don't even say shit. That's what I mean. I shouldn't have to, in order to share, I shouldn't have to go and get my, like we said, personal. But if I'm giving strategy, well, what about you? How does it sound good? I don't have to tell you whether I'm married or not in order to give you good advice. That's just crazy to me. We should just accept the good advice. If it works for you, great. But if it comes from the source, see, you're not liking the source. I don't know, for whatever reason, this is always a problem with the source. But what I'm saying is what you should be paying attention to. And if you have any more questions further, I can't get too deep because what they say, creator, you talk too much. Creator, you haven't asked me anything specific. That's not what we're talking about. We are not on here talking about legacy building. But since you asked me, now let's talk about what men's legacies look like. My bad, Brownsville. I probably took about 10 minutes more than what you expected. Go ahead, brother.
So just to clarify, my brother, what are you asking me to espouse upon?
How do you build your legacy? What does that look like? I'm going to give you my wife. I'm going to give you my daughter, and you get ready to build a legacy. What does that look like from Brownville?
In terms of a spouse or a father?
Does anybody on this panel know what legacy building means? Do I
know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just letting Brownsville answer. I get the question completely as a father.
All right, well, we can start with, yeah, that's me.
It looks like land. The fact is that, baby, can you turn that down real quick? Thank you. It looks like land. It looks like property. That's what it looks like. The reason why is because I can teach her anything in the world, but when I'm gone from here, what I leave behind, those acres of land, whatever it is, heck, the piano in the house, whatever it is that she can have something to work with on top of what dad has taught her, That is the most important to me. Is definitely having that life insurance, whatever your Gerbert plan, whatever you got set up, have something set up for the day you exit. That's what my legacy looks like. So no matter if I'm there or not, she'll know my father left me this. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing. That's exactly what a legacy is. It don't mean rich, right? It's part of it. It is an and an also. It's not a only. Part of building that legacy is steps.
It is, man. It is.
That's all I'm saying. It's certain proper steps that we all have to take. Fuck what everybody else doing. That's my profanity. And I have to say it like that. Don't worry about what they doing over there. Focus on what we have to do right here. What's that plan? What does that look like? When our kids are born, the first thing we shouldn't buy them is Nike shoes and cute little bonnets and things of that nature. The first thing they should have is an account.
Yeah.
IRA. Right?
Yeah.
Want to give, put that money over here. It goes into that account. As now, by the time they get a certain age, right? Decide whether you want to or not. Give it to them. It's theirs. If they on the right track, they following your legacy plan. Let's hand it right over. If not, you can decide what to do with those funds at that point. Go to your retirement. Remember, this legacy is plan. But if you don't know how to do that, if you're not building towards that in the beginning, before you even get with a woman, right? You think it's okay to have a baby by a woman and leave her because you had no legacy plan. You scared. As soon as you had that baby, you don't know what to do. This is what we do. You plan for you first. You start by taking care of the baby of you. You the first child that you take care of. And you properly take care of yourself as a man by, like my man's that said, acquire land that you're not paying on for the rest of your life. So when it's time for you to want to build and you want to get with a woman, guess what you do? You now can build. In America, that's what we used to do. We buy land and we would build on it. I'm going to call I'm calling Bracy, I'm calling Brownsville, I'm calling everybody. Y'all get over here and help me build this house. And when it's time to build Kulu's house, we're doing the same thing. This is how
But more than anything, brother, real quick, see, and you're on to something. My main basic premise is no matter what I teach her, I could pound it in her head when I'm gone from here. She, like, I could say, man, don't sell this house, keep it in the family, right? It's no mortgage, no lien, no lease, no nothing. This is yours. All you got to do is keep up with the property tax and utilities. So now, once I'm gone, if she decides to want to sell the house, at least her father left her a house to sell. Whatever direction she's going to choose to go in, because once I'm gone, I'm gone. I only think about once I'm not here. I don't think about too much about while I'm here, except what am I setting up while on this planet. That's why I say I don't fear death. I fear exiting here before before I've accomplished everything I'm supposed
being
to
ill
accomplish.
prepared.
Right, and that's the main thing that comes, and that's all a part of me as a father, leading into being a husband. Legacy. You're supposed to leave a garden. My father always told me that the best thing a man can do is lead a garden, so those who come behind you can pick from the vegetation. But I digress. My mic is muted. Respect.
So let's go down the line. No, that I don't want to just get stuck on you. But now I think Brownville kind of have a clear vision because he is a patriarch. You know what I mean? Regardless to how I'm snapping. And I'm just be passionate, y'all. I know y'all be thinking I'll be snapping. I don't. This is just me all the time. I am high speed all the time. I have to solve problems. I am a solutionist all the time. I get referred to. I get called. I'm gone. Here in a minute, I'll be out of here. And this is what we do. So my apologies for ranting or whatever y'all want to call it. Go ahead, B.
No, you got a lot to say, obviously, right? However, when you ask a question, you do need to leave a little bit room for the people to answer it, right? You also have to be able to understand how to clarify the questions that you're asking, right? However, you brought up financial literacy, right? And you brought up owning property, having bank accounts. All that stuff is an important part of establishing a legacy for your child, right? But those things should be established before you even engage in having a child, right? Once the child comes into this world, now you have to be the living embodiment of whatever value system you want your child to follow. That's most important than whatever financial legacy that you're going to leave behind. Why? Is because without you setting up that solid value system, without you being a living embodiment of love, without you being a living embodiment of grace, without you being a living embodiment of peace, whatever financial legacy you leave to your children, they're going to destroy it. They're going to misuse it. They're not going to understand how to make it grow, right? Which is why there's much more to a father than just a financial legacy, right? You have to understand how to communicate with your child so that your child is able to have interpersonal skills in this world so that they understand how to acquire what they need to acquire to become a leader. And what I'm saying today, creator, is you failed in that assignment today. Because here's what you did. One, you got easily emotionally triggered when I just asked you a simple question. If you're going to denounce the Bible, then the least you should do is offer an alternative doctrine that would be helpful for young men or young women to follow.
Respectfully, Brownville. Look,
Then hold
again,
on, my
sir.
brother.
We want to know about your legacy building.
My brother.
We don't want to keep
brother.
referring back to us and where we was, sir. I
My
get
brother.
it.
Why
I done touched
can't
you
you
somehow.
hold on, listen.
Let's speak on legacy building, please. Let's not go back to. I'm so serious. When you want to call me personally, you're more than welcome to tell me how I'm fucking up, and I'll accept it. But right now, let's speak on legacy building. Can we do that, please? I will give you my personal number. You're more than welcome to call me, and I'll allow you to give me all the correction you feel that I need as a man.
Then you should be willing to accept the correction right now.
Right now, we're not talking about that. Right now, we're talking about what it looked like to build a legacy. That's what we're talking about right now. Ain't that what you said? I need to be on, stay on. See, this is what I'm saying. You niggas just want to talk. Then when I fucking snap, then you're not talking about nothing. So when I snap, then I'm wrong. I don't do this in real life. I don't listen to niggas not talking about shit and trying to tell me where I'm wrong when I'm trying to tell them on how to take care of things. That's just being real. I've already shown enough. You haven't shown shit, including your face.
So am I gonna have to drop you again, my brother?
Do what you do, brother. It's your show, apparently.
Because if you're it's not my show. It's
my
cousin's show. No,
but
listen.
you got power. So
But
if you
when
got
you
that
talk-
power and you can keep on throwing it in my face, you got the power and you can keep throwing it in my face because you don't like what I'm telling you about. Tell me how you build a legacy, not
Hey, Brownsville, hold on, real quick, bro. Hey, Brownsville, honestly, no, I don't
Let
stop
them
doing that shit.
let them have it. Let them have the conversation. Creator don't need no help.
Stop trying to drop them.
Cuz don't need no help. They don't need no help.
It's okay, big
No,
bro.
cuz should try to just have the conversation. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Talk to that man. Don't keep trying to drop him. That's all I'm trying to say real quick, Brownsville. You have the intellect. You intelligent enough. That's all I wanted to say. I'm not.
Thank you for saying it.
And I appreciate you saying that.
You're
right?
welcome, Sharon.
I appreciate you saying that, my brother. But the difference here and the reason why I'm unable to have the conversation with him is because he doesn't understand how to have a conversation, right?
No, you are biased.
Once again, he's showing right here, right?
You keep talking about me, and they won't let me defend myself. Where do they do that at, bro? You talk to your woman like that, nigga, and your kids. You don't talk to no man about what he is and what he ain't. You ain't showed me nothing. You might have showed your kid or your cuz, but you haven't shown us in this field that's yours. You haven't shown us anything. You don't think I don't have the capacity? You think I could drop 200-300 a day on these goddamn apps, and I don't have the capacity to goddamn do my own thing? That's not what I'm here for, sir. I am here to really, truly exact change. I am speaking on it. And when we start speaking on it, brothers like yourself get tender and start talking about, do I got to drop you again? Do I hear
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see you try.
So much for that. Sharana, listen, are we really having the discussion? Stop it, Diva.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
You got the floor, cuz.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, man.
I don't know, but and Smitty, you know what I'm saying? I tried to have a
What's
conversation.
up, Brown? Yeah, no. I mean, I seen you try, bro. I mean, I wasn't trying to like nothing. It's just what I'm saying, Brownsville, is what I do believe is the best method is to like, bro, destroy that man with everything that you know. Like, don't drop him. Let him. If you know that you can embarrass him, do that shit. Give the people what you know Brownsville can give them. That's all I'm saying, brother. But if you feel as if, nah, you know what, this is becoming redundant. We going back and forth. Now it's just a circle jerk and it ain't nothing getting done. I can't say nothing to what you feel as if you want to do at that point. That's it. I can't say nothing to that. That's on Brownsville. Respect.
Well, shut your ass up.
Wait, why I had just said that, Bob?
That was one of the most perfect blurt outs ever.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was just rude, disrespectful, and for no damn reason. Y'all can laugh all y'all want. Look, I said what I said to Brownsville, dog. He done listen. I promise you, all y'all laughing, Brownsville understand what I'm saying to him as a man. Bro, just talk to the man, and if you feel like you can't talk to the man, then what else is there to say? Now, whatever it is that y'all laughing at, bro, that has nothing to do with me, bro. Y'all niggas need to check yourself. That shit weird, my nigga. That's wild to laugh at that. That's crazy that you find maturity to laugh at that.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy, isn't it, Smitty? That's crazy.
Yo.
Nah, real shit though. Talk to him if you can't. Fuck it.
Oh man. Nah, that was bad funny.
But I'm not dumb. Look, bro, I know what time it is over here. Sharon.
I know it happened.
I know what time it is over here with you, bro. I'm hip now.
That was bad funny.
You know what I'm saying?
It was hilarious.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, like,
unlikely.
I know what time it is.
At unlikely $2. Stop hating on the money. At unlikely $2. Brownsville just got exposed. His messy ass. He's so messy.
He is messy as hell. Oh shit.
At least y'all laughed at that too. So good. I know it's not just me. Y'all laughed at that too. Bet. Okay, cool. So I know y'all got smoke for everybody.
And I just want to say, hey, shout out to Illa. I seen a clip or something that he did that I appreciated. He was cooking up Tommy Sotomayor. Shout out to you for that.
Shout out to Illa.
We don't agree on much things, but I did agree with you on that particular back and forth. Sheesh.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
At the Chicago Rilla with the 20 ball, we sending Sharon and Diva to the cover. I'm going undercover.
Oh man, I don't know what the hell Illa talking about. Illa, you ain't cooking nothing. What are you talking about, Illa? I'm not sure.
Sharon, stop it. Don't do that, Sharon. Stop.
I'm not sure what. Yeah, but I'm not sure what he mean by cooking. I'm pretty sure majority of things we probably agree on. So I'm not sure what he talking about. He's gonna cook us on. You know, we all well read over here.
It's
And you're
nothing
always
you
more
said.
than welcome to hit the panel, or you know, you can hit me up and we can do a conversation. It is what it is with Illa. But
I hope he do come up
link is
here.
pinned to the top of the chat, my brother. That's all I got to say to that.
I think it's important for men, and this is another example of it, right? It's important for men to get out of the victim mentality. Everybody ain't against you, right? Just because somebody may laugh at you, just because somebody may, find humor in something you said or something you did, that don't mean that they're attacking you. That don't mean they're after you. That don't mean that they
Oh,
got something
Brownsville, we
against you.
good. I hope you ain't talking about what I said, but Brownsville. Smitty is light years, third eye open beyond that shit, bro. I don't give a goddamn about no laughing. Come on now. Now you good, bro. That's why I'm still here, bro. If I really felt some kind of way, I'd drop myself, dog. I'm that type. I just remove myself. If I'm here, that shit ain't nothing, dog. Do what y'all do. Like I told Sharon. I know what time it is over here. When I came over here, I know what time it is coming up this bitch. I know what it is. So it ain't nothing, dog. That's real life. But anyway, I digress on Mike's view to respect to the family. Go ahead, Brownsville. You good, bro?
But you see how you just felt the need to interject just because I mentioned, hey, you
Oh
don't
my
gotta
gosh,
be
this nigga
so
here. This
easily
nigga
offended,
couldn't just say
right?
that's what's up, say less. He just couldn't. He had God, Brownsville. And I'm up here, I'm advocating on your behalf, nigga. You wow. I just sat here and I just advocated for you in the sense of, bruh, you're intelligent. Just go ahead and speak your mind. And the first thing you want to do now, you want to flip it because he ain't up here. You got to find a new what you think will be a victim. Brownsville, don't do that, bruh. Come on now, Smitty, bruh. Smitty chilling, bruh. Like, wait, why y'all don't understand that shit? I'm chilling, bruh. I'm cooling, bruh. I'm cooling.
Cool
What
your
is going
ass up to
on?
listen. Brownville is not into the level of men. Y'all don't have
You
to.
shut the
You don't have.
fuck up for
You
once.
shut
Please
the fuck
stop.
up,
Throw
nigga.
some
You
shit.
the one that
Throw
said
some
something.
shit. Just shut
Ugly
the
ass
fuck up and
nigga.
make some booties, nigga.
Look
Shut
at
the
him,
fuck
your
up and
Smitty,
make some
crying
just,
booties.
ass.
hey,
You
Smitty, just
Booty.
mute
celebrate
up, man.
I can't stand her. She
No,
always
just
just
mute up,
just
man.
saying
his
any
type
fucking
of
thing.
act in front of the
Just fucking
supreme
Tourette's.
vaginal vessel.
It's Tourette's all the goddamn time. Just fucking
You
Tourette's.
He
just
needs to
said
be on better
woman.
behavior.
Stupid shit. You
Hold
just
on.
say stupid shit.
Hold on,
Bro,
Smitty.
Just
chill
Hold
out.
on,
said
Smitty. Hold
woman.
on, Smitty. Supreme guys, what you say?
That shit crazy, my nigga. Anyway,
I said
so Brown. Oh,
they got the supreme vaginal vessel in their midst, and this is how they act.
hey,
This is
no,
how they
you
act.
didn't.
You gonna show your ass
Hey, no, you
in
didn't.
front of the supreme vaginal vessel?
SVV.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, that's what the V is for. It's no longer Ville. This is that. There you go. All right then. The fuck?
Oh man, that was funny. Go ahead, Goddess.
At
Y'all
OG
play too much.
Blue Dirty, $2. What happened to answering the question, Sharon?
Damn. What was the question? Say it in the super chat.
Are you going through something in real life, Smitty?
Go ahead, Kulu. I see you. I hopped off of mute real quick. I know you might have had something to say. And to this point, go ahead, Kulu. Give us some light enlightenment, my brother.
And the truth tends to apply to people, or it's truth is how the saying go, is the truth tends to apply to the people that it affects or something like that. So it's like, I get what Brownsville is saying and I agree. And Smitty, like, if it's not about you, like, then just let it fly, man. Like there's no need to constantly, is go back with the women, go back and forth. Just let it fly, bro.
In other words, like Bomb Cherry should have said, shut your ass up.
Facts.
You see how he was ready to move over the woman, but he won't do that to these men. Pussy.
Don't go for the bait, bro. Don't go.
And I think it is important that we do have a conversation about legacy billing. It is important. I think we did answer the questions, and Brownsville was answering the question. I think sometimes people just don't enjoy how they feel about that person answering the question. So they more in their feelings of how they look or think about the person rather than the words that he is saying. Sometimes I think that's what happens. But we got to remember that the audience is also here as well. And so they hear certain things that maybe you in the conversation is not hearing. Why that keeps happening, I have no idea. Because he was laying out the plan, in my opinion. But we could still pass it around. AR, what is your thoughts on building legacy with a woman? What's your thoughts on it?
Why does it gotta be with a woman though? I'm just asking.
I mean, you could.
There's a lot of LGB slander on here. I thought it was kind of messed up because there's plenty in the black community that identify as one of those, and they probably watch the channel and stuff. But it's all good, man. I think that was kind of messed up. That's all I'm gonna say about that. What's it look like? Just helping them get to where they want to be in life, pretty much. Thank you, Venus. Thank you. Helping them get to where they want to be. Like if your girl wants to go to law school and become a Supreme Court justice or something, doing what you can to help her get there.
Okay.
And and or if she just if she wants to go and get a PhD, or she wants to do sewing and all these things and kind of do like a small business, whatever she want to do. That's kind of what it, to me, that's what it is, being your girl's partner and helping her succeed where she want to get to.
Okay, I like that. Gas Supreme Vaginal.
At OG Do Dirty, $2. Laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. No, sir. Stop small villain. Laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha.
What up, Sway? Oh, what's up, Coffee Nino?
Hey, Sharon, if that takes off, I want my 10% cut. That's it. Just give me my 10%. You can keep the rest.
Okay.
Why you say it like that, bro? Why you just sound like that? That was wild. How did you as a man even be able to make that noise?
Did you take anything today, Smitty?
Talking to Sharon. Sharon, how was you able to make that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say real fast.
Like real
Smitty
shit.
had lied. He lied on his platform talking about that he dropped himself from the platform before. And we all know, we all get wild over here. We all got strong personalities. Let me know. I would give you $50 next week, Sherrod, when you tell me when Smitty ever dropped his own self from a fucking panel. This nigga never dropped himself from a panel. This nigga is a liar, and the truth is not in his ass.
You gotta wait till next week to pay the $50 though.
Oh
it's okay,
my
baby.
gosh.
You want me to loan it to you, Leonard?
Blow me $50 real fast, like in paid him for when Mitch lost the basketball paper bag game in the movie Paid in Full. So let me $50 real fast, Bomb Cherry, before I take your champagne, your rice, and all that good stuff. But still love you, baby.
I love you too, man. Yeah. But am I gonna get my money back?
You really get your money back. Actually, running these spaces is my word too. Unlike Smitty, who still owes somebody $100 in these spaces, but I ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? On some realness, a nigga who don't pay his motherfucking tab up in this motherfucking space. But if you loan me $50 or $100 in this space, I will
Kills wilding.
Right.
Kills couldn't wait to get that information. Yeah, you boy. He's like, I was ready. All right.
You already know. Man, I was waiting for this moment, Ron. I was waiting all my life for this moment.
Oh man. All right. I guess we could get back into the thing that we was reviewing. Did you see BMU get mad at me on PH Diva? That was crazy.
I think I saw a part of it.
He was trying to say that he the standard and I won't recognize him as the standard.
The standard. That's what I'm gonna start calling him.
he was so upset because then plus then I just mentioned that like, yeah, you might be a standard, but what about your BMI standard? And he got really upset at me. I'm like, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't understand why they tend to misrepresent the Bible, right? And that's the only issue that I have with people like BMU. Like, and we understand that you're using it as a weapon. You're using a lot of truthful things that's in the good book as a weapon and not using it in totality. Because, you know, you gotta, as a man, you gotta do certain things. You gotta be a servant to your family. And that's the part they tend to miss. They just want the woman to work and work and work to her bone. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only issue I already have. Then Izzy came up here crying as well today.
Really? About what? Now I missed that. He came up here crying about what?
Yeah, he was absolutely upset, and it was kind of crazy to me. You know, I was surprised. I don't know. Kills, did you see the Israel being all upset and everything? Kills.
Hold on, man. You ain't about to box me in the ring.
Shout out to it says kill Kells for a sec. Yeah. He said you want to have to borrow that money a little quicker. He put 20 on Kill's head. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but yes, that was I think he said it himself, right? Yeah, so you know, that was Smitty. Smitty said, put your money where your mouth is, sir. You said tight. Oh man, y'all crazy today. But yeah, so that was what was going on. Let me see. Let me go back to it. We can get back into it, I think. Where was we at? I'm not even sure where we at in the goddamn video. I think this is the part where he was cursing me out, though.
Money my kids don't want for nothing. I'm in my community, and I have receipts if we would like to put them up on the board. But I am the standard. I'm the standard, sir. And there's nothing you can say to block that or to. I am the standard. I did it the right way. I married one woman. I am not divorced. All my children are by the right woman, the same woman. I didn't go out and impregnate all these black women and make black women statistics. I am not the problem. I am not a part of the problem. I didn't create single baby mamas. I am the standard.
You done checked off a lot on that list.
I am the standard. So that's what I want to hear you say. I am the standard.
Yeah, and so the problem is that if we go by the CDC, you won't be the standard.
I am the standard. I am the standard.
You might be the standard of high cholesterol, right? You could say
hey, that's fine. I got you know what? I got I got high cholesterol, but when I die, if I'm high cholesterol at the funeral, they're gonna say he was married to one woman with all his children by the same woman. When you die, how many families are gonna have to show up because you was irresponsible with your dick?
Wow.
So and again, stop playing with me, boy. I am the standard, nigga. I'm a big nigga with high cholesterol that's gonna have all my kids taken care of when I die, nigga. A big nigga who did it right. A big nigga that didn't go out and fuck multiple women and create baby mamas. You created. Listen, and this is the problem why you don't. This is why you have a problem. This is why you have a problem. This is why you have a problem with EBT and all this other shit because you created women that had to be on this shit.
And this is when you know that they are losing.
That five,
I'm the standard, nigga.
And
hold on, BMU. Hold on, real quick, Sharon. Yeah. BMU, I need that 5, good brother. You said the F-bomb, good brother.
Cook that nigga, man.
I'll cook that nigga,
your ass. He's so damn stupid.
How does this happen? How do they get this triggered by truthful words? It's insane to me. I wasn't talking about you specifically. I was talking about in general. They believe that because they overtalk me and I allow them to. Because I read, why do they equate that as cooking somebody? This is crazy.
Do a poll, because I'm seeing some conflicting statements in the chat. Do a poll. Did Sharon get cooked? Right. Did Sharon get cooked?
That should be hilarious, man. Like, I don't know what'd be wrong with them. Why they be so upset at me? I don't know what I did. I ain't bothered the man at all, Diva. I promise you I didn't. But while I write the poll, let me finish it out. Let me see. And so this is why we know where this is a lie, right? And so we understand that he also probably a standard for erectile dysfunction because we know heavier set people cannot do certain things.
I'm sure. Hey, you can come with the joke. Hey, you can come with the joke all you want to. Come with the joke all you want to, but at the end of the day, I can put my wife's picture up on the screen. You put your wife's picture up on the screen. I'm dicking her down over here. Why? I got 6 kids, 3 boys, 3 girls. They ain't hurting for nothing. And I stayed in my community and I did it the right way.
Salute to you, good brother.
Right. And so
I am the standard, nigga.
Right.
You can come with the jokes, nigga. I'm the standard.
Hold on. The standard. I need you to send me $5. The standard for the F-bomb. Let Sharon finish, please, sir. Thank you for sending me $5. You in the standard. And I'm proud.
Is I got the verses when you want to come to it.
So I think is also very interesting how they need me to somehow admit that they are doing the right thing. What is that? I don't understand that. I don't even put myself in these conversations.
You want to just say the word. Say the word with me. Retardation. Say it.
Damn.
Look, somebody in the chat says
Like,
Sharon always get beat up. Sharon always get beat up. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And like that, like he don't like the fact that hey, look, I don't know why would he want to use our wives as some kind of like that's just wild to me. I cannot understand that. Hey, that's your one. I don't say even after you brought it up, I still didn't bring wives into it. I ain't bring no families into it. Still, even after he brought it up. Mind you, none of my children's mothers ever been on EBT. Ever. They all got married. I said they all. That sounds crazy. That sounds great. I cooked myself just now. God damn. Somebody turn Sharon Michael. Somebody mute him. God damn. But you know, I mean, like I don't understand it, you know. And why do they do this? And I don't know how to fix that part neither. I don't know why they need me to say that they are some kind of what is that? Can I don't know? Can maybe somebody can explain that to me? Because I just don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not their daddy. Why do they want to be me to? I guess so. What do you think, Diva? What is that?
Did you do the poll?
Oh, what's the poll supposed to say, Diva?
Did Sharon get cooked? I want to know because it ain't looking good for you in the chat.
Damn. You know they go against me, so they beat me up all the time. Let me see. Yeah, while I'm writing the poll,
and you never
what's your
learn.
thoughts? Why you think I gotta say that they are the standard? Give them their props.
Because you like to roast people, and so with the same tongue you use to roast and degrade those men, they want you to applaud their accolades as well. And I'm here for it. I totally understand BMU.
Oh man. Damn. I don't know how. I don't know how I can. I don't know. Maybe Smitty can explain it to me. Smitty, why do these men need me to give them their standard of living? Damn. All right. I guess.
What? Look at what Sugar Bum asked. Did you see what she wrote?
I didn't see it.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to it. See where it goes. And so this is why we know that these men are this is just an ego trip. This don't have nothing to do with actual truthfulness, right? Because nobody is talking about themselves personal except for him. He the only one that brought himself into the conversation in generalization of the decision people do in mass. And to bring it about nobody was about him. He keep trying to get it up about me. I'm on I never said anything. I never mentioned or said anything about his woman, but he want to say we want to compare women like I'm doing whatever I'm doing with my woman is mine, yours is yours. Nobody cares about that. We having a conversation of morality. We having a conversation that men should not be forcing they wife to struggle love. That's what we having a conversation about. My conversation is about stress should be shoulders, not your hips. That's what we are talking about. You want to put your woman through struggle. You want to tell other men to put their woman through struggle, just how you struggle to walk up some stairs without breathing hard. And it is okay. So what I do is say, hey, take that mask off, walk 15 minutes this way, walk 15 minutes that way. Do at least 2 push-ups a day to keep that estrogen pill away, because we know the red pill is the estrogen pill. And that's the problem with a lot of men. This is why they act so sassy. They don't know how to rest in their goddamn in their own self. So now we got to talk about some goddamn standard that we know he ain't holding up to.
Okay, so let me
see, I didn't diss him or nothing, Diva.
What's the question again, Siobhan?
You said that man had
My phone's
titties.
up. No, my phone's up.
Did you say that, Sharon?
Okay.
Didn't you tell that man he had titties?
No, I just say he had struggle breathing when he walking up the stairs. That's all I said. When you take a long walk. Mr. Work, good day, sir. How you doing today? What's your thoughts?
Good, thank you for having me back on. I just wanted to say, Izzy's right. Clearly, you attacked BMU first, and the funny thing is, in your exchange with Izzy, you first tried to deny it, but when you saw you had no choice but to acknowledge it, then you changed it to, well, yeah, I attacked him first, he attacked me back, but then he kept attacking me after that. But if you set the precedent of attacking somebody in a conversation, then it's fair game after that, because you first opened it up to personal attacks. But something I wanted to say, though, to speak to Izzy's point, you keep saying that a majority of men aren't in a position to support their family, but that's not even true. Izzy is an example. Creator is an example. You're an example. I'm also an example. I know I said my girl pays 30-70, but like I said previously, without getting into too much detail, at first she was paying zero. It was only because of a certain situation. It was more of a, I guess, teaching of a responsibility than a need to have her pay anything towards it. So it's one of those things. There's a lot of men out there that are willing to do this. So your categorization that, well, men need women's money, that's not even true.
So the thing is that we all agree that I was joking with him and he took the joke serious. Okay, so fine. If he want to take that as a attack, then fine. But I was joking with him. I thought I knew him well enough to, because you heard him say Uncle Sharon. So, but clearly that was just being facetious, right? But I thought we knew each other well enough where he understand between a joke and me actually attacking him. And so that's why I didn't really want to concede to that BS point, because I know it was a BS talking point. But I said, okay, fine. Let's act as if I attacked him first. Regardless, when we move forward, when he started bringing himself into it, he started talking about what I did from when I was 18 years old, and now I'm 44 years old. Like, bringing up wives and bringing up all these other things, that turns into a different kind of attack when mine is playful and yours is more serious. So don't get mad when I get serious as well.
No, I agree. You're absolutely right about that. It was love blood. I agree with you.
So and that's the thing. So like, understand, I tapped you on the shoulder, you took that as I hit you, then you slapped me down, I'm whooping your ass. You can't get mad because your ass is getting kicked.
I mean, isn't that you just described your situation with him though? Because you attacked him first, and then he came and went too hard at you, and you're saying, well, it's like you're trying to cry now because he didn't how'd you whip his ass though?
Because
I think he got the better of you in that exchange.
Right, because he over talked me, but not because he said anything. All he said was he was the standard.
Right, but you can't refute that. He's a standard.
His
he's
standard,
right. He's 100% right.
What he's doing in his household is no different from what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying, but it's the same with me too. A majority, and you say majority of men are not like this. His point is that basically men are. But what are the chances that most of us up here could support or willing to support their family 100%?
The chances of that happening is because majority of men, we like to be around other human beings that's doing the same thing as us, that have the same ideology as us, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So therefore, it's easier for us to have conversations without being attacked by one another. So that's why that tends to happen. However, when we look at in general what's going on in the population, majority of men are not able to take care of their woman, even at a 70-30 clip like you.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, because you say not able to, but would you acknowledge that most men are willing to?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You see, so that's where the problem is, because I know multiple examples of even men who don't make like a significant amount that were willing to take care of their partner and family at 100% because their wife wasn't working.
But that's right. So, but it doesn't matter what you want to do. A majority of men want a goddamn supermodel. Who cares? It don't mean anything if somebody say, I will want to take care of my family, but they don't do anything to do it. The problem is that majority of these men, they talk a good one. However, they not put in the work to actually achieve the thing that they are thinking about.
Right. So here's the thing. I think most men are willing to, and I've seen personal examples of that, friends I have that have even done that when they don't make that much, but trying to take care of their family and are willing to. I think the issue here, though, is that you're neglecting the fact that, like you said, women shouldn't have to struggle. Meaning if a man decides to 100% take care of his family, but let's say he works retail, it doesn't make that much above minimum wage. Women aren't going to maintain that situation because they would want more from their partner. So it's not a issue with the men per se, because not everybody's going to be making enough to have situation where they can provide trips and stuff. But it's more the desire for more is what causes the issues.
Okay, and perfect. And that's when we could be honest and say that, hey, when we're talking about men like you, men like BMU, that is not the majority. It's not even close to the majority. And majority men need a woman's income to survive in America. And it's okay to say that as well. We don't care about their fantasy of what they want to do for their family. It's about what you can actually do for your family.
Right. So here's the thing. When you say they need it, in part that's due to the fact that women entered into the workforce and dropped, or not even dropped, but kept stagnant the wages because now the labor force doubled. But I would say it's not that women need it or families need it. It's that women want it to, which is 100% their choice. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have the choice. I'm just saying these are the consequences of the choice. So women wanted to enter the workforce, 100% their choice. And what happens is it causes stagnant wages. And now we're at the situation where families do need 2 households or incomes. But ideally, one person should always stay, whether it's man or woman, one person should stay with the family to raise the kids.
Can I say something? Because I think people are confused about history when he said that women wanted to enter the workforce. Women was always in the workforce.
Right.
What women were fighting for was equal pay. Like if I do a 8-hour day and things like that, the same that this man is doing, then I should get paid what he's getting paid, or at least equal. So they was already in the workforce, right? Because this country needed women to work. So you speaking though as the women was sitting around being happy, drinking tea and sewing, and they just said, I want to go out there and sweat an 8-hour shift. So that's ridiculous. But go ahead.
No, I agree. So the way I said it does sound a little misleading because you are right. There were women that always participated in the workforce, but I'm saying if you look at the participation rate, it increased significantly after World War II. So at that point, it was a majority of women that were entering. Not to say that no women ever worked previously.
I think it was always a majority of women who work. Just depends on what type of work you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, y'all looking at TV.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Oh, with respect, I gotta leave, but I just want to say, Sharon, even though I disagree with you, you are entertaining, man. So keep it up. I appreciate what you do.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
See, so they take everything you say, Sharon, and they take it to heart, but then, take it like as if you was attacking, and then they get mad so they can attack you. But they always attack you, even if you didn't do that, you get attacked.
Who just did that? Bomb Cherry, who just did that? Who,
and they really
what
agree.
What prompts you to even say that? What prompts you to say that? Who just did that? That sounds very damn peaceful to me.
First of all,
that sounds very peaceful. Don't
Listen,
matter.
I don't know who you are. Okay, you need to chill. I didn't say anybody just did that. I'm talking about a particular group of people who was on that panel. Now, if you was on that panel, then motherfucker, I'm talking about you. But if you wasn't, then shut your ass up.
You ain't saying shit.
I
You
know
ain't
I'm
saying
saying
shit.
more than
Take
you.
your fucking dentures out and go eat some fucking scrambled eggs with your goddamn finger. That's what you can do. That's what you can do.
Talk about her teeth, and you got
Go eat
wiggity
some
legs.
scrambled eggs with your fingers.
Brother, you got wiggity legs though. How can you dish her and not talk
All right,
about
so
your
now we
wiggity
about to
legs,
do this
though, brother?
again. About to get you right the fuck
Do a
back up out of
spin.
here. You
You
think
can't
I'm
even
playing with
break
you, nigga?
dance, brother. Break dance for me, brother. Crazy legs ass boy. Fake ass boy. Do a spin, brother. Do a spinny Rudy, brother. A spinny Rudy, brother.
Wow. Not a spinneroonie. Look at unlikely messy ass. Look at unlikely messy ass. Oh man. Now, Kels, why you want him to break dance, Kels?
The fuck up in 2024.
And with that being said, keep fucking playing with me. I will make sure you don't talk all fucking month. I will follow you, and I will make sure I do my due diligence, bitch. Keep talking to me, nigga. Keep fucking talking to me, nigga.
Nigga crying.
Then he mic drop. Oh man. It's Monday too. It's not even Wild Wednesday or Foolery Friday. Sometimes we gotta let it out. We gotta get it out. God damn it. Shit. I heard Kills was out here dancing too, Diva. You heard about that? He had his whole Fred. What he had? He had a Fred Flintstone outfit on. I heard. Oh,
yeah, he had on his leopard shirt that I laughed about, and he was dancing.
Oh, sheesh. Man, I think a lot of times though, the men they tend to not be able to just deal with honesty, and that's why they feel attacked. Welcome to the show, Marvel's Opinion. Let me know, why do these men feel attacked just because I'm being honest and truthful?
How you doing? Welcome. How you doing, PhD? But nice to see you too. I would say, like I said earlier, people just have identity issues. So they identify as a man. You talk about a man in general, they feel like you talk about them. It's just that simple.
Damn. And so what can we do to get men to understand exactly what I'm saying instead of what it seems like I'm saying? Because that's the issue. I never knew men look at things about what it seems like instead of what it actually is.
I can't help you with that one, brother. There's no we in that particular situation. That is you and them. I'm not a part of that equation.
Because you know, even one time they came up, they was like, "Sharon, are you a part of the man when you were talking about men?" I'm like, "What the hell?" I never said. I never took myself in or out of it.
That's going to be a thing that happens quite frequently. You have broad general statements being hurled, and then you talk about things that people like, and then those things that they identify with, it feels like a personal attack because they identify with that. So that's pretty much what it is for some people.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna get them to start understanding. I'm gonna get them to understand. Marvelous. One person.
Good luck, brother.
One person at a time. They're gonna learn. You know, some people take longer than others. It is what it is. But they're gonna learn.
Oh, so I did come up here because I did want to discuss that one thing I told her earlier. If you were willing to discuss it.
Go ahead.
So we was someone brought up earlier, like, why is there a huge difference between men and women in terms of earning and growing and contributing to society and all those other things, right? You have to look at what incentivizes both groups, because what incentivizes men and women are not the same. They do not have the same incentive at all, by no means, at all, not even close.
Say it one more time.
Because it means like what moves women does not move men, and vice versa. It's not the same thing. It never will be the same thing, honestly, in my opinion. Because of cause and effect. Because of cause and effect, that's why it won't not be the same.
What would never be the same?
What incentivizes us, what moves us in a way to do certain things in a certain manner. It's not going to be the same. So the way you move men is not the same way you move women, and vice versa. What incentivizes a man to do one thing is not going to incentivize women to do the same thing.
So, men are incentivized by money, and women are incentivized by money. What's the difference?
No. You can be incentivized with money, but the leverage of what you hold money with, that is the real thing. That is what you're trying to incentivize with. The money gets to get to what you want. It's the tool. It's what you're willing to do with that tool. That's different. Men and women do not operate the same way in that same manner.
Right, because so you saying what, men are more responsible with their money than women is what you're trying to say?
No, absolutely not. It has nothing to do with responsibilities. No. I'm saying like this. If I'm gonna be blatantly honest here, okay? This is the honesty in me, right? What I've seen with men. I can speak about men. I can't talk about women. I'm never gonna talk about women. I won't do that, okay?
Okay.
How I see men operate. Men move off of women in general, being that is the number one thing that men desire is a woman, right? Is that correct to say?
For some men, yeah. I say majority.
Would you say the majority? Thank you. That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to hear. You just said most men have a strong desire for women. Okay. What incentive do women have on the flip side?
They have plenty of. Most women, they want a man as well.
No. But it's not the number one desire. It's not. That's what to be honest about. No, it's not. Men, no, women do not. It's not a woman's number one desire to men. That's a lie. Don't say that. It's not true.
The way how we know it is because,
but it's not a problem. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. Don't think it's not an issue.
What I'm saying is this: women still deal with assholes.
Yes, but you're missing the bigger point of attention here.
Women still deal with bum ass men because they want a man. Like,
Sean,
we have
do not try to defend this.
Like,
you don't have to defend this.
They would go ahead and chase a man down even when it's detrimental to her. So yes,
Sharon,
men and women are overly.
No, stop. But you don't defend that. It's my point.
I'm substantiating.
No, you don't have to. No, because you're wrong. You're wrong about it. You're so wrong about that.
Marvelous. Hold on. So what I'm saying is that I'm substantiating my point that women are desiring men, even if they are broke, gangsters, criminals, writing letters. They are. One of their number one priorities as well is a man.
You said one of, not the number one.
Can I ask Marvelous a question?
Go ahead. I'm trying to stage it a little bit for your cousin to understand why I said there are two different desires and what motivates them and moves them in different ways. And I was only going to break down exactly what money is and what it has done to men and women. But I want him to pretty much continue to go on and say about what women desire. Because I just said earlier, personally, I can't say what women desire, but I can say that we are not the number one thing they desire. That I know for a fact.
So my question, Marvelous, because I think you're kind of like dressing things up. When you say that men are moved by women, are you saying that men are moved to have companionship with women, or are you saying that men are moved by lust?
No, it has to be no, that has to be lust, man. No. What I'm saying is what motivates a man is nothing more than a woman. A woman is the number one motivation for a man. It's what moves men. That's the most
Right.
honest
So
thing I'm saying. That's all
I
I'm
heard
saying.
we heard you say that, but what we're
Yes.
trying to get you to do is nail it down, right? So you're
That
saying
was
the
the point.
average young man. Hold on, Marvelous.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a chance to answer the question, right? So are you saying the average young man out there who's hanging out with his homeboys and he's talking about women, you're saying that young man is talking about being in a relationship, in a marriage, in you know, a relationship, talking about long-term companionship? Is that what he's desiring, or is he desiring to smash or to be promiscuous, or is he being led by lust? Which
Okay,
one
so
is it?
you want an accurate answer to motivation. There's many things that motivate us, right? And you want to know what is the intent behind the motivation. And you think I can really nail that down for every man on the planet? Seriously? I gave you a broad
No, I'm
thing, the
asking you
code of
because
reasoning.
you're speaking in general, right?
That I have to speak general. We're talking about general people
Right.
here. I
So
have to speak general.
I'm asking you to also generalize your opinion. When I ask you the question, it's either one or the other. I'm asking you about your thoughts, Marvelous. Right? It's not
I'm trying,
rocket
but
science.
it's not. But it's not. The thing is, we're not even. All right. I preface this, I staged this correctly because I'm trying to get you to understand that there is a difference between what we're incentivized towards. Men and women don't have the same incentive. So I laid out to say that for the most part, this is why I got messy at. This is why I should just not talk, because I knew in the moment I mentioned women, y'all were going to harp on this to the teeth. But I had to give you another point of attention to understand why I even went down this road in the first place. Because I were to say just men in general, if I bring women into the conversation, that's what happened. I fucked up by saying woman, period. And I should never have said that. That's what folks guys are all defending them right now. Like, you don't have to defend them. I'm trying to tell you, I'm only laying the foundation to what I'm trying to build up right now. Y'all stuck on this one little thing about what's meant and what is it they want? Is it lust? Is it this? Like, that's not important. The motivation is the more important thing I'm talking about. What moves women? What moves men? What moves men and women are not the same thing. And that's to my point.
But hold on. So if that was your point, then you should have just started off with just making that statement. That's your point. However, when you're going with the fact that men are doing things for women, as
Not
if
for,
women are
not
not
for,
doing
not for. No, not for, because I'm saying because of women, they do things.
right.
Because of women.
Okay, so
Not
even
for. It's a big difference.
even when you take that word out and you replace it, women are doing things because of men. Yes. We have plenty of women come up here. We had a woman come up here and said, I don't even think women should have a voice. While she was having a voice.
All right, so now let's
She
talk
literally
about it.
came up
Okay,
here
now
and did that. And
right,
why did she do that? She did that because she believed men should have the ultimate say. So a woman would even take away her own rights.
Are most women doing that?
Because
are most women operate like her?
Because because she wants a
like how
man.
you did that.
Hold on, because she wants a man so badly. So again, men and women want to be in relationships. However, what Cuz is trying to get you to understand, men want to have just sex on a majority sense with women, and women want to be with a man forever, even if he's a goddamn homosexual.
That doesn't sound accurate in a sense, because I heard
But
plenty
it's
of
the
women.
truth. It doesn't matter what it sounds like.
No. Don't tell me what women want, because you don't know what women want. You're saying these things about what women want. You can't speak what women want. That's what I'm trying to get you to say.
You're
Don't
trying
say
to
that.
speak for women, though. What the hell?
No, because I say it was accurate. I know
No.
what I'm saying is true. Women, no,
No,
women
you
have
don't
said
know
it
what
on
you're saying
at
is
large.
true.
Oh,
No,
so
you
I
don't.
don't. So okay. So wait. So I'm going. So this guy's like
You
real
just
quick.
told him he
Last
can't
I checked, women, when it came to men in general, they try to do everything that men do. No, they don't. Women try to figure out themselves. Women been said we don't want to deal with men. We want to do things on our own. We're independent, meaning they don't
All
have to
women
focus on
don't
us to
say
focus on
that.
themselves. Women focus on themselves more so than anything else. Stop playing me.
That is
Men
not
are
true.
too focused on women. Women are
Okay.
women are focused on themselves, and men focus on women.
If that was true, it might be better society, but it's not right. We know women who are focused purely on just men.
We know some,
To her
not the
detriment.
majority. The
Yeah,
majority of women do not focus on men.
To their, yes, they are.
So you're
Here,
saying most women focus on men more so than themselves. Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Marvelous.
You
Here
know
is
what?
why.
I'm gonna keep it. Y'all said be honesty. Y'all not being honest right now, but that's okay though.
We are. To their detriment.
Y'all keep on interrupting Marvelous before you can finish his point. I think that's the problem.
Well, he talking too goddamn
Go ahead,
fast. It's not
Marvelous.
AR. The issue is that what he's saying is just not accurate. It's just not true. We see it.
No,
all the
because
time.
we're speaking to a different honesty. I'm speaking to emotional honesty, and y'all not being honest right here. I can't be accurate when it comes to generalization, and you guys want a pinpoint. And I said I can't be pinpoint when it comes to a general statement. And y'all bring up little, how about this person? This person, like, now you're being accurate. As I'm trying to speak generally here, this is to your point, Mr. Sharon. This is how you speak. So when I speak like you, now it's like, oh, let's talk about accuracy. Let's get down to the point. Let's get to this. I'm like, I don't get it. Do you want me to speak generally, or do you want me to speak accurately? Which one is it?
So let me help you out. So what I'm saying is that I can substantiate my generality, right? So I can either use somebody like let's say Pearly Things, right? She speaks against women because of men. She want men to like her.
So okay, I got you.
You see,
so
I'm
men and
giving
women
you.
do.
I'm
Wait,
substantiating.
wait. There's nothing that you agreed with me earlier, but now because like I said, I mentioned the word women. Now that effed it all up because you didn't begin to say, yeah, you know what, men are motivated differently, right? You agree with that statement, but then
No, what I agree.
No.
Hold on. Let's slow it down. What you asked me was, are men motivated by women? Is what you asked me. And
But before that, I said we're different though.
Yes, men and women are different. Yes.
And I also said men and women are definitely motivated differently. That's the difference. Or we're incentivized is very different. And I start this, and I try to pretty much
slow down.
Why.
Slow down. So then, when you start bringing it into a relationship thing, now
it's
we
not
have
a relationship thing. It's not a relationship thing. That's the thing you're getting messed up with. I said motivate. Y'all guys don't understand the word motivation means. That's why I said you guys are too specific. I gave you a broad statement for a broad reason. Because it's all about decision making. What makes your decisions? What caused you to make the decisions that you make? I said women are the reason why men make decisions the way they do. Because they're so focused on women to the point that's their women end up being their motivation. That's what moves a man, a woman. Now, what moves a woman? I can't speak to that. No, but no, it doesn't have to be a relationship. Right. No, listen to what I'm saying. You guys are missing the bigger picture here. You guys are really missing this. You guys are so focused on relationship. You guys are so focused on relationship. Remember I said earlier, what causes men to not go to college like women do, or make the money, or be better, productive people in society, right? I'll spit to a bigger, broader thing that had nothing to do with relationships, but outcomes to society in general. And I said, well, what's creating these things? Well, the motivation, the incentive. I said, what incentivizes a man? A woman. Now, I said, to be fair to women, women are not like men in this aspect because they're able to focus still and not have to compensate and do sort of bullshit because they're the ones who are striving in our society, right? Because they're not so focused on men right now, right? To my point, this is what I was trying to tell you. So if you just focus on what I'm saying, you follow along, it'll make more sense. But since you had to go ahead and defend women, I said, dude, stop focusing. We're not on that right now. I'm trying to tell you why things are what they are. But you're not. You're so quick to defend women for no reason. There's nothing to defend here. There's nothing to defend here. It's a good thing, look. But since you're so on that, for some reason, like it sounds bad what I'm saying, it's nothing bad. That's where we at.
Wow.
I think it's been an hour, right? Creator is allowed to come back up.
Are you his handler or something?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been that long.
Looks like it's been that long.
He's still back there?
Yeah, he said
but Marvelous.
Yeah, he back there yapping it up.
The issue is this, right? And I'm trying to defend men, not women.
It has not been an hour yet.
When I ask you, right, about the intent, because I'm not totally disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm actually agreeing with what you're saying, right? But I'm asking you to break it down more specifically so that everybody can understand what you're trying to convey, right? Because that's important. And I'm going to prove it this way. Let me ask you this question, and I want your marvelous opinion on it, sir. Do you believe that society would be much better if the majority of men decided that they no longer wanted to pursue lust, right? And they only wanted to pursue marriages. They were saving themselves for marriage and things of that nature, right? Do you believe that that would help push society forward in a positive direction?
Sure, why not?
And can you elaborate on why that would help push society forward in a positive direction?
Well, lust in itself is already a negative connotation in itself. There's a time and moment for lust, but then if you have no control, that's the main word. Control here is always an issue. That's any particular thing you have no control over. It's always gonna be a problem. Men have people. I'm not going to speak. People in general have issues with self-control, no matter what form it comes in, lust, greed, or anything else. If you got rid of, what we're talking about getting rid of, if you had just control over those things, yes, the world would be a better place. If people were self-governing, the world would be a whole lot better. But there comes the element of not trust. People don't have trust for people, so you have to have governments because they don't trust themselves. They trust something else outside themselves, which goes to a better. I'm not going to go there, but to my point, all I was trying to say for the most part is what moves a man, the motivation. What moves us is not the same, and that's all I was saying. What
And I
incentivizes men to
agree.
do one thing, and that's what I'm trying. That's all I was trying to say. That what
Right.
moves a man versus what moves a woman is not the same. So women are able to operate a certain way because they're able to focus on what it is they actually desire, and they're getting it, and you're seeing it, right? What are men like? Your point, right? The lust part. We'll go with that. Let's say with the lust, so we can have something that we can stand on. Okay. If men are too focused on lusting after women, to my point, like I said, focus on women in general, and not getting the women, how does that? How's that going to translate to how they're going to succeed in society? They won't, because their focus point isn't on society. It's just on the woman in general. And since this really comes down to this is what I boiled it down to. Men in general have turned their value into monetary. What makes a man valuable? You would say his decision making. You would say also the bullshit, but no, it's all bullshit. At the end of the day, what makes anybody valuable? People respect more than anything on the planet. Most people is money, and men have put most of their value and stake and stock into that very thing. Not to say that it's a bad tool, but now that you have transcended and given life to this goddamn tool, now women can say openly, I don't need a man as a consequence to that. Because I have all that I need because I can get on my own. Thanks to what you have done in a sense of transcending what it is that made you valuable as a man. Now it's the money that's valuable and you're not as important. And that goes to a whole nother section about what the red pill talks about, which I'm not getting into. I'm not one of those guys. But men themselves had devalued themselves by in comparison and inflation to money. Women have their own thing going on, period. But they're still going to be able to thrive off of this because of the things that have been granted to them. They ask for rights, we give them to them when they ask for it slowly over time. But they're going to be coming to gain more and more of these things. But all we're doing, honestly, is exchange of ourselves and what made us valuable as men in the first place. We lost sight of who we were, which is why you're seeing us lost and wandering right now, not knowing how to get things together. Women are pointing together because it's quite obvious about what's going on and what it is that moves the world. Men are not moving the world. They are the face of it in some ways, but the reality is a lot of men out here suffering. People are not going to see it because they're supposed to be the face of what the world is. It's the roles and roles of worry. Everything's bad because of men, but in actuality, it's not really men. People in general are suffering, but you're not going to see that because the money definitely hides all that. You're going to see what's happening to women because yes, they're not the ones who they're not the face of it, so they can easily stand out and be seen as victims of everything that man has created, and they are. But men, the thing is, women are not the only victims. Children and other men alike are all part of the system, are all suffering, and here we are fighting each other because, hey, this is what I feel like right at the time, and this is all it is. We're here to talk about how we feel, who's been done wrong, what can we do to change things. Of course, we can talk about different things like you were talking about with lust and greed and all that stuff. Yeah, these are all obvious things that have been here since the beginning of time. But what do people do in general? They look for ways to escape. They're not trying to look for solutions like you guys are, particularly, right? You guys
Somebody
know the
sit him
answers.
down. I'm sorry, because he's all over the place, right? And let me explain. 1 minute he say that the women aren't the face of it because the women are the ones you see, but then the men are the face of it. I'm confused, right? He also said that money. He said men are drawn by lust or money. No, I'm sorry, women. But then he switched it to money. So which one is it? Is men? Are they doing what they do because of women, or are they doing it because of money? Because women are doing it for money. A lot of things women are doing is to survive. You see, and
Yes.
so by the way, if you're talking in general, people are people, whether you are male or female, right? A woman or a man. And so what they're driven by could absolutely be the same as the same thing a man is driven by. They got women who are driven by men who are driven by women. They got women who are driven by money and men who are driven by money, and so on and so forth. But y'all understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying, Bob. I left you behind in the wind. My apologies for going too fast for you. I'll be slowed down for a different way for you so you can understand. So all this can comprehend what I'm saying. Simple as this, all right? What moves me, right, as a man, right? I'm going to tell you right now, what moves me, and this is making it personal, all right? What moves me is the fact that I have a wife. I have responsibilities. I have a family to take care of. That's my motivation. Before then, I was trying to figure out what to do. I said, you know what? I'm going to go through school, animation, make some money, and then I don't know what to do with life at that point because I haven't really figured it out just yet. This is when I was real young. But once my wife came into the picture, things became more clear. I had more incentive, more motivation to do things in a certain manner, speaking. So I did those things. I acquiesced to my situation. But now I ask the same thing to what moves a woman because you have to ask yourself what moves most women. Because I don't know if men in general are the things that move women. I think honestly, you kind of hinted at survival. That kind of might be the thing that draws women to do what they do. If they could do, if women could whoop our asses, they would do so. If women could do the things, it's like in some ways I can see why women would be real resentful towards men. Because if they could do the things that they were done to them, or they would do it tenfold, definitely. But again, what moves them? Is it fear? Because now that you mentioned that is a good point in a sense of what moves women. Survival. It's not men, obviously, because we're the thing that kind of get in the way of a whole lot of shit. If we were out the way, then women can move freely and do what they want to do, right?
No, I did say that there's some women who are motivated by men. Right?
More
We
so
call
than
them
fear.
pygmies, even to their own detriment. They will rock with a man, be a ride or die, go to jail for him, hold the guns, the drugs, and all of that, just to have that man.
Most women are pygmies?
No, I didn't say most women are pygmies.
But that's what I'm sticking to. I'm sticking to that, Bomb.
Right, but when I said that they're gonna be, people are different. They're gonna be motivated to different things. You are
Yes, they
you're the
are.
one
And we're talking
trying
about
to
the generalization. What
right, but
generalization?
you can't.
What's the
But
most?
that's what I'm saying. But you're wrong when you say, and you're not even saying what women are, because I'm still not clear on what you're saying. Because
I
one
can't
minute
say
you say
I
you
can't
just
say
saying
that.
it's
You're
not
right.
men, but I'm saying that there are a lot of women who even don't take care of their children, falling behind a man. Right, but then there's another group of women who they career based. They're not worrying about no man. They're worrying about making money, surviving, and living a great life without a man. If one come, he come. If you don't, he don't. And that's what I'm saying. So where you get the majority when you're talking about, like, how do you know which group is doing the one more than the other group?
Oh, I can tell you right now, it's evident that men are lusting after women. That's evident. All right. That's clearly the focus, right? We even talked about that. So it's clear what men are doing. What women are
But some
doing,
of
that's what
them
I
are
said.
lusting after men too.
And I was glad you said some. But I always said the most. And that's why I said in the
Okay.
beginning, I can't talk to what women want or what they lust over.
Oh.
I can't speak to that. I said that too. But then you
Okay.
brought up, you
No, you
said
didn't say that.
survival. So then I didn't say that.
You said that you can speak for men, and when you and Sharon was having a back and forth, you told him that he can't speak for women. And then when we say, "Well, why are you?" and
Yes.
you said, "Because you know." You say you know because you
Yes.
special.
Meaning, no, it's not even that. It's just that I can say definitively that men are not the focal point of women's life.
Well, you were incorrect. Like the men in my life are the focal point of my life.
Yeah, your family, of course, that makes sense.
Okay,
Family is a
so
focal
I'm a
point.
woman.
Generally speaking, family, men and women in your family, you're focused on, of course.